was the case, you guys would get watch hours out of being here. You would think.
Somebody
you
go
should.
and see if I got see if that's on my channel. It says I'm doing it right now. I'm doing a thing, and I don't know what it is.
Okay,
Let's
I just
see.
did it too. Whoa.
Yeah,
Dust
I
Devil
just
Garage.
got your notification. You're live.
yeah,
Dust Devil.
you're on it. Yeah, I just logged on to Bear Roses.
Tony's Hot Rod Garage multi-stream.
Yeah, I'm
Figured
actually
it.
watching.
Yep, there you are
Yep.
on the Dust Devil channel.
And I'm
Huh.
on mine.
Oh, that's cool.
Yep, now we're starting to get comments on yours. Dean Stevenson.
Wow.
Yeah, who's to see? Who's to say? How can we see who's on what? Oh, this is
Well,
cool.
I
You
would
get a
be
link,
willing.
guys.
Whoa.
I'd be willing to bet. Here, let me see. I'm going to do something. I am going to comment in my own. Let's see if it shows up. And you'll
Man, if it's that easy.
That can't be that easy.
It is that easy. Imagine when I do my 24-hour live and we're trying to get these guys their subs.
You obviously you know how to set up a live on StreamYard, and you know where you hit invite guests, where you get the link that you share for your people to come in. At the very bottom of that little box that shows up, where it shows you your StreamYard link, there is a toggle switch that was never there until I paid for StreamYard. That says guests can stream to their own destination. You got to turn it on. It was
that's
not
new because I've never seen it before. And
it says there is a button here. I'll let me share this screen. Share screen. All right.
No, but imagine Barrows. When I'm wanting to do like a 12 or 18-hour live.
All right, you see that, you guys?
People to get to help people get their subs. Imagine if you had somebody like with a big channel, like I doubt it's going to happen, but Just Mopar Joe come in here and share it, and then all those people find out about the people who are needing subs for this.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? It would make the audience that much bigger. Just so we
Brian,
can.
You see
I'm
that
down for
screen?
it,
You see
helping any
that
way I
screen
can
that I'm
with any of
sharing?
this.
See at the bottom of the box, that little toggle? That's what I'm talking about, and how it says new right next to it there.
Yeah, so that is a new. That's a new thing. We're doing a new thing.
We're doing a new thing, and shit, that's cool.
And I could have shared it on Facebook too.
I wonder if it crosses, like if I get like 50 people in mine watching, I wonder if it goes to you too, Tony, or if it only counts towards this side.
I don't know. I will say this. My number of viewers in the chat in the stream jumped up dramatically when we started doing this. We had 9. We now have 19.
I'll bet you it's doing that because I've got a.
So
well,
we are all. I think all 3 of us should be gaining the watch hours and the viewership.
Yeah,
you got 3. What?
Now I got 3.
I don't know
I haven't got 50. I ain't saying that. I was just pulling a number out of my butt.
I've got 5 watching on mine. Oh, that's cool. I like that. I like that a lot.
Well, the thing is, like you were saying, Brian, when you do this, oh, you know what? I see something new up in the top of mine, too. I see a D and a B. It's got to be Bear Rose and Dust Devil up at the top. I wonder if this is like dividing by 0. I'm going to try to share this screen. if I don't know what's going to happen, but we'll
Oh,
try
it might get bad.
It might be like dividing
You're
by
gonna blow it
0.
up.
I don't know.
One thing I did notice, it won't let me into the studio though.
Yeah,
No?
I can't see the studio things. Like I can't see how many people are watching total.
Yeah.
Let me try something.
Oh, I
Guest
can post a comment
destination.
now.
Now now I have the power to throw your asses out.
Oh yeah, I can post a comment down at the bottom now. We couldn't do that before, could we?
Yeah, it's new. Yeah, this is new.
Okay, let me try something here.
Yeah,
Right.
see, I have
See,
I don't
now
know
I
about
can
you guys,
comment directly in there.
but I have up on top, I have myself, I got you, and I got Barrows, and there's a remove button, so I assume that would mean that I could kick you out. Let me see.
And I got a little paper clip looking thing above my icon.
Okay, it didn't. Oh, well, no. Did you share that?
I just did. Here, let me.
Unshare it. Unshare it.
You're
Oh, okay. No, it doesn't let me share my stuff. So you still have
guests
to
are
control
supposed to
that.
be able to.
But that's all right. No, the thing is, if I was now, here's the thing: if I was, how they had the team members. I was like this for a long time, where when me and Ruben used to do this, we were a team, and his lives, and I don't know if he still hasn't changed it. I just haven't messed with it. But like say, Ruben has a live and he throws a link up. If I go into it, I'm automatically in. Boom, and I can
Right.
control everything in his live. Ugh.
Oh, yeah, that kind of is like dividing by 0, isn't it? But I'll get rid of it
What
here
are
in a
you
minute.
looking at?
One thing I
Look at
noticed too on my
look at
stream.
right look at right up above the chat
Yeah,
where the chat's at. You see them three where there's me first, and then you're second, and Barrows is third.
yeah,
Now, see how I can click on there's you, and it gives me that. See where it says remove? Okay, you can see my mouse. See where it says remove,
and it says view on YouTube.
and it says view on YouTube. You are about to view broadcast on YouTube. Continue to YouTube. Okay, that would just take me, I
Yeah, that
think,
would
to
just
your
open a tab.
channel. Yeah. See, that takes me to your channel, Brian.
Oh, okay.
But that's weird. That's like a camera focusing on a mirror. That is weird how it did that down the middle.
Oh yeah, that happens all the time on.
Yeah, that's like I said, it's like dividing by frickin' 0. But you guys don't have that stuff up on top.
No, all I have is mine up there, and edit. I wonder if I can. Okay.
I
Edit. Oh
noticed
yeah.
on mine when I go to my channel and look at it, it's a big delay. It's way behind,
Really?
and there's
Even
no
if you
watermark because I'm still on the free version, so
well, technically
I should
you're
have a watermark up there. The duck.
hey, we got Mopar Man 1978 in the house. Welcome, brother.
Did yours just get another thing up with my name on it?
It sure did. Facebook.
Yeah. So I'm streaming on Facebook now too.
Right.
This is all coming through on my Facebook channel too. Yeah.
This is cool.
Yeah, I like this. Twisted Mopar. He's had enough. I can't stay up too late.
I wonder
I'm
what
probably
happens
going to.
if I leave. If it shuts it down on my side.
Oh, if you leave the live.
Yeah, because it doesn't say like end broadcast.
Right.
It
Oh
just
yeah.
gives you the option to leave
I
studio.
bet if you just leave studio, I bet it would shut it down on yours.
Yeah, because when you leave the studio, you're no longer a guest.
because I know if you're doing it and you hit leave studio, it's still going. You're just not there. It's just blank.
Yeah,
Oh, Dean is making the Nightbot mad. Fuck the Nightbot.
this is actually really good for everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, it opens up a whole.
We can just run one stream now all Saturday, Barrows.
Wow.
You can just run it all off one stream. Have Buck and
Hey,
you
Clint.
Yeah. Let's see.
Dean's poking the Nightbot. Dutch guys, evening. Welcome, welcome.
Figure out how to do this. Because it doesn't give me the option, because I don't have the paid version to start it. But you don't have to have the paid version
No,
to do
you
it
don't
as
have
long
to have
as
the same
the
version
host
to
is.
Yeah.
participate, which is a good thing, you know.
Dean is deliberately poking the Nightbot's buttons.
Rabbit Transit, whose stream did you pop into to say hi? Because there's three of us that are all streaming the same thing right now. If you didn't notice, we learned a thing. StreamYard did a thing, and we were trying it out. Because it's not in yours, Tony, because you see,
No, yeah, I'm
it
looking
has
in the
the symbol with
YouTube.
the circle and the line. So he's either in Bear Rose's or mine.
He's in yours.
Oh, that is so cool. Oh, now that's one thing that might be a little
What's
bit of a
cool
problem.
is it shows up in the chat on StreamYard, so we all
But
get
the whole chat isn't showing up on all of ours, though, is
on
it?
YouTube. No.
Yeah, so you're only getting the chat from whoever's in your. Well, wait a minute.
Nightbot's mom wears combat boots.
Okay, I see Jason in Bear Rose's chat.
I seen him in
Jason?
yours.
You still here? Say something. Okay, and I do not see Jason in your chat.
You're when you're saying Jason, you're talking about Rapid Transit J.
No, Jason's garage.
Oh, see, I don't see Jason's garage.
Jason is on Bear Roses. Oh, this is messed up.
Yeah, the
So what
comment.
happens if
All of us that are in the studio get to see it, see all the comments. But as far as the individual channels go, yours, mine, and Barrow's.
okay, but what happens if here's the question. What happens if I post a comment? Does it come up on all three of us?
Yes, Clint. This is a new thing that StreamYard has done. This is my
No,
live,
it only comes up on mine.
and StreamYard has set it up so that my guests, in this case Brian and Kim, can broadcast the live to their channels too. So that's what we're screwing around with.
Oh, there we go. Now you have a thing that says link to the main stream. Did you put that up on there, Bear Rose?
Yeah.
Okay.
I put that up on my side.
And
Did it
you
show up
pinned
in
it
here
up on
too?
the top. Okay.
Wow, this is freaky weird.
I like it. I mean,
Pretty cool.
we're having to learn. But Jason from Jason's Garage, I know you can see, or I hope you can see me. Are you still in to make a comment? Because I think this is something you might want to know about what we're doing here.
I didn't even see Jason's garage in the comments in the stream or in the
I saw
studio.
him on I saw him on Bear Roses. There he is. 11:20 or 11:02 p.m. Wow, there's a lot at 11:02, but he's the last one at 11:02.
ASO is also in Bear Roses.
Yeah, I'd like to see if Jason's not doing anything, get him to come in here and check this
Yeah.
out because
Yeah.
he does that one with his brother, and this would be great for them because
Great
they
for
can
them.
both do and
Oh.
you know.
I see what you're talking about, where Bear Rose has got linked to the main stream pinned at the top. Is that what you were talking about there, Brian?
Yeah, I don't know how to pin stuff to the top. How do you do that?
You got to
You
do it
just-
from the YouTube side.
You do it, yeah. You do it from your YouTube side, and you just when you know the three dots when you go next to a comment, you can pin them, but only on your own.
So I'll go to my own. Oh, this is fucking weird. Excuse my language.
Yeah, see, that's a comment that I put into mine, so it does cross over to yours.
But see, all three get the watch hours.
Oh, okay, there you go.
Jason,
Same message.
what's it say?
There we
No,
go.
the Nightbot hasn't locked Jason out. It better not have.
Oh, I get it. See, by my icon, my name icon logo thing, if there's a paperclip looking thing by it, that means it's on. That's a comment that I did on mine. But it's
Yeah,
showing up here.
they need to have different icons for everybody have a little bit different icon that shows up. You know what I mean? So we know where the chat is coming from.
So like Dean's right there, that's got the little paperclip on it. That was
Oh, wait a minute. Okay, so I can see the paperclip on mine, but I can't see the paperclip on the one that comes from yours.
Are you talking about in the YouTube browser or on the StreamYard?
No, on StreamYard.
On the StreamYard.
See, you probably can't see this because you're not a guest.
Oh, because
Comment's
it's
got a
my.
little circle with a
Because
line
I'm the
through it.
host. Okay,
Okay,
because
so
I'm
I
the
know what.
host.
Okay,
I
so
don't
if you got one with a circle with a line through it, Bear Rose, that comment is on your channel.
yeah.
And if you don't, it's on one of the other two channels. Okay. So NSB is in mine now. There's Raker. I ain't seen Raker in forever. Hey Raker, did you know that Tony does a live every Friday night? I bet you didn't, or you'd be in here. Guess what? Because we have this new feature now, you know Tony does a live every Friday night.
I'm gonna have to break
And I've
down
been
and pay for
keeping
this
him up
stuff
to
now.
ungodly hours of the morning
yeah,
for the last three Fridays.
we broke the record again last week.
What was it, 7 hours? And
7 hours and 15 minutes. Or wait a minute.
I'm gonna pop out and see if it cancels it on mine.
Okay.
okay.
I'll be right back. I hope maybe.
Last week's was 7 hours, 16 minutes, and 38 seconds. Now he popped out.
He popped out, and oh no, now it's just showing us on his.
Yeah, he is still in here. On my dashboard, he is still up at the top. I'll bet
So
you
maybe you would have to.
I'd have to boot him,
Okay.
remove him.
So that's something we got to remember, or not. And if somebody
Breakers
leaves, they
did
just
not
get a
know
shit ton
that.
of watch hours, and we stay on their channel.
Don't defecate, defect. Leave it to Dean.
So did Barrows come back?
He hasn't rang the bell yet.
So, oh my God. How many people can you have alive if you don't end it and you just keep having people come in and share? How many people can you have share? Does it say? Is there a limit?
I think it said 6. Let me bring that screen back up.
Did you send it to my phone, Dennis?
Yeah, on my on the StreamYard on your broadcasts page, obviously this is the live that's going. I see myself and 3 guest destinations, yours on Facebook, yours on YouTube, and Barrows on YouTube. Guest destinations. Now, let's see what it says. A great way to get more viewers. Each guest may add up to 2 destinations, Facebook, YouTube, etc. Each broadcast allows up to 6 guest destinations in total. Guests must log in to add their own destinations. These don't count towards your multi-streaming limit of 3 destinations. So apparently Barrows is ringing the bell.
Oh, okay.
Apparently up to 6 channels can do this on this stream.
So Barrows, yours didn't go away. Did you notice that?
No, it kept going with this.
I think he's got to end it.
I think I have to physically remove you even if you leave.
So, in theory.
So all of them hours would keep going on mine, even though
Yeah.
I wasn't on there.
In
All of
theory,
them would keep going on yours. So you could actually leave tonight. We
Yeah.
stay up till 5 in the morning, and you're getting watch hours that whole time.
So, Brian, you know why I did not. You know why I took last week's stream down.
Oh, did you take it down?
It's down
Why?
Until after Don English's birthday. One I
Okay. Okay. Yeah,
So
that makes sense.
it's not got any post watch. I looked at it today. 102 watch hours is what I got last week.
Just from the live itself.
From the live itself, because as soon as the live was over, I unpublished it, and I'll put it back up after the secret's not a secret anymore to certain birthday boy.
How good are you? How good are you at making, like, coming up, like if somebody needed a channel logo, could you come up with something?
Sometimes I came up with a pretty cool one that Travis liked for his hats that he still hasn't ordered.
Let me see.
He keeps buying shit for old Red.
Let me pull up a picture here. Oh no, that's not it. What am I hitting? What kind of buttons am I hitting here? Okay. I just had an old man moment. I didn't know what I was clicking on.
Oh,
I just
that's
started
funny.
clicking on stuff. Dum 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 dum. Ah, there, it's in that folder. Okay, I want to know how hard it would be, because I know you can just take a picture, but I don't know how hard that would be to put on a sticker or on a logo. You know what I mean? Like my logo was made in Photoshop.
Right.
By somebody else, because I have no Photoshop skills. What I think we need.
I have a close friend here in town.
Or what this person needs.
I have a close friend here in town that is a very talented artist. And if I can't come up with something, he can. And then of
Go
course
ahead
I
and
can
share that.
produce it.
Let me see if I can get it bigger. This is on Dennis's car. He needs a logo for his channel.
I actually like that graphic on the side of the car that says
That's what
Twisted.
I was thinking. But how hard would that be? Because that's airbrushed on. Can you recreate that and make it a sticker? Do the twisted and then put Mopar Garage underneath
I
it?
I cannot print stickers.
No, no, no,
I
no, 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 no. But
I
give me something
can
that I can,
I
something that I can get a
can
sticker printed
yeah,
of.
I can print it on just about anything else. I just, I can put it on shirts, I can put it on hats, I can put it on mouse pads, or anything that I can dye transfer onto. I can do that.
Well, the
Um,
thing is, it's like
but
I
I
go
just
through
I don't
sticker
have the
mule.
$10,000 printer that's required to print stickers.
Yeah, I go through sticker mule.
That's who I use too.
Okay, but what I need is a logo made of that twisted and then put Mopar Garage underneath it and the little YouTube play button. And then I need that to where I can send it to Sticker Mule to have stickers made.
It'd
You
probably
understand
be
what
a
I'm
die
saying?
cut.
I do.
That'd be a hard one to put in a round.
Because you can't just take from this picture and send it to Sticker Mule and say, make me a sticker of that, because it's a photograph. It's not a, what is the word I'm
Actually,
looking
You
for?
can, but it costs
actually,
money.
it
Mm-hmm.
costs money. Sticker Mule does have a very advanced editor. Um, what you need to do is take that fancy S23 Ultra that you just bought, Brian,
Yeah.
and turn the resolution all the way the fuck up. I think it's 200 megapixels, and make sure the lens is perfectly clean and the light is just right, and put that son of a bitch on a tripod when you do it, and snap a picture. And that will be your base graphic to work from. Do that. Send it to me, email it to me. You'll probably have to upload it somewhere because it'll be a huge file. It'll be too big for email.
Yeah.
Um, I can send you a link to a folder on my own server if need be, for you to get me the picture. And I will bounce it off my buddy.
But
You
See
yeah,
can
what he.
rip
I'd
it.
like to. I had help with my logo, so I
Um,
don't mind helping somebody out with theirs. And
it is.
I'm sure if it wasn't super expensive to get done, Dennis wouldn't have any problem paying for it to get a logo made, so he can get stickers. Because the thing is,
Dave, my buddy wouldn't charge a whole bunch.
we were driving down. He's got an open trailer. We were driving to the track, and there was a guy that stopped, or he was riding right next to the trailer taking pictures of Dennis's car. And I'm like, if you
Nice.
would have had an advertisement for a YouTube channel on the car, that guy would have subscribed right there. You know what I mean?
Right.
So he needs a logo and he needs to make a banner.
What'd be cool is to get a pretty good size, about like yay, of a magnet, you know, one of those
Yeah,
flex magnets with the
that's what
QR
I
code,
want. Uh huh.
and put that
Yeah.
right below the twisted. So when he's taking it down the road, people just reach up there with their phone and go, and it take them right to their channel.
I want to get a banner made with. I've got a QR code. I want to get a banner made with my QR code for No
Yeah.
Name. And just have the banner hanging there at No Name, because I guarantee there's going to be people who don't know who the hell I am at No Name. I'm not saying
Right.
there's many, which I was really surprised at, but yeah. So what did Jason never come back in? Did he just pop in, say hi, and leave on
I
yours?
think so.
I don't see him.
See, Brian, I'm pretty good with building vector graphics, but I'm no Photoshop genius.
Okay.
That's two different kinds of artists right there. But like I said, I've got friends that are. So yeah, if you can get me a really good picture, or hell, I could probably take that picture right out of that live and show it to him, and he'd start over. He'd start
Now,
over.
what format do you need the picture to be in? Like, if you're going to make a hat for me or hats?
I'd prefer a PNG because a PNG has no background. A JPEG automatically puts a matte background on, and then it takes work to get rid of it.
I've got one that the background's been taken out of mine.
Yep, that would be what I want, and that would be a PNG, or an SVG is actually the absolute best.
Let me see. What is mine? I think it's a JPEG that they took the background out of.
No, but JPEG will always have a background.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
A JPEG will always have a flat background. Not to say I can't get the backgrounds out, but it's a pain in the ass.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm not sharing this good yet. You guys, not everybody needs to see what kind of pictures I have on my computer. Let me just put it that way.
That's how mine was.
Gray.
I used a JPEG on mine, but it was a square, and it was all
Right.
white.
Right, but
So
yours is on a white background, so that's okay.
Yeah. So I had to get rid of the white background, though, because like I said, it was a square.
Now,
okay. What they did was they cut the background out of mine.
Right. You too, Lee. Have a great weekend, buddy.
File. All these are PNG files.
Yeah,
okay.
that's what I want. Just email it to me, Brian.
All right. Well, what would it cost to get a couple hats? You see my logo. Do you need to put it up?
I've seen your logo. I've already bounced it off my wife. For as far as embroidery goes,
Mm-hmm.
you're going to give up some detail. It's just the nature of the beast. You're turning that logo into thread, stitches.
Yeah.
You're, like the heart and the devil's tail that says Plymouth in it. That ain't going to happen.
Okay.
You might
I
get the
wanted to
heart.
replace that anyway.
I
would rather replace that with just the play button.
But you ain't going to get the Plymouth in there. You're going to give up some detail. Now, I could do a press transfer. It's not embroidered. It's more like it would be on a shirt, and have it exactly as it is.
Yeah.
It just depends on what you want.
I don't know. We can talk about it because I'd like to have some nice hats made, but I'd also like the press transfer. I'd like that on some other stuff.
Right. There's so many different ways to produce apparel. Now, just your stickers, like your sticker mule, Dust Devil Garage sticker, the ones you gave me at No Name.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine that permanently embedded in the fabric of a hat.
Yeah.
That's what you're going to get with a digital transfer onto a hat. And I can do those. I could probably go as big as about 3.5, maybe 4 inches, on a hat. That 4 inches, you're getting this one. You see how that lays on the hat there. That is.
Is that embroidered or is that?
This one, yeah, this is embroidered. That is, that's only 2 inches tall. So I could take, here's my 3-inch sticker mule sticker. That's kind of what it's going to look like on a hat if you did it that way in 3-inch. But you
Yeah.
can do it smaller. I could do it smaller too. You know, you can do whatever damn size you want. But the trouble with again here. Let me full
See, well,
screen
let me
this.
make yourself big there.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna full screen this thing for a minute.
Okay.
So there's the embroidery. And there's the actual logo.
Yeah.
Side by
Oh,
side.
okay.
Now
So you don't have the YouTube in the license plate.
No, there's
And
no
stuff
way in
like
hell
that.
that would ever happen. You're gonna give. You're just
Oh, I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't
turning
mind
it
that.
into
The Dust Devil
embroidery,
Garage with the little duster
especially
guy.
small like that. You're
I
gonna
just
give
think
up.
the embroidered hat looks better.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
agree. I absolutely agree.
But
Now,
where
I
you're
did
talking
bounce.
about with the transfer, I'd like to have that on some. The pocketed work shirts.
Yep.
I'd like to have like the big one on the back of like a pocketed work shirt.
Oh hell yeah, yeah! You do that on the back of a shirt. I usually do them about 11-inch on the back of a shirt.
Mm-hmm.
That's what all my you've seen my Tony's Hot Rod Garage shirts. The backs of them, I wore them at No Name. Those are all 11-inch wide graphics. Some are taller.
But that for the work shirt and the hat, I would like
Yeah,
like
you know,
6
and
of
then
each of those.
you could also put the Dust Devil, on the left chest or the right chest or wherever the hell you want it. And a smaller. See, that's what I do. I usually do about a 4-inch on the left chest, and then on the back.
I actually just thought of something really cool, but
Like a Dickies work shirt.
see there, Jed is in my live right now.
Jed is. Oh, hey, Jed.
Jed. Jed, I'm live.
I'll be right back, you guys.
Okay, but it's Tony's live, and he added me and Barrows. If you go to Barrows Garage's channel right now, this live is playing on Barrows, it's playing on mine, and it's playing on Tony's, all at the same time. So imagine, I know you really can't talk back, but imagine if we were doing wide guys, we could broadcast it on my channel, William's channel, and your channel all at the same time. We just figured this out.
I wonder if you put the invite in your channel.
All right. Now, since we have
So when they hit
Jed,
the invite, it jumps to Tony's, and then Tony would let them in.
Oh, it probably would.
All right, guys. Since Jed is watching in one of these lives, we need to light off the big block. You think?
Do you want to be live, Jed? Because I could get you the link to this live if you want to come in here and BS. I just hadn't thought you'd been in the mood lately to go on lives. Here, hold on.
Here, I'll throw it in there. Oh, wait, I can't because I'm not a mod on your channel.
He's not. Is the StreamYard link the same as the link that's above us right now in your browser?
On my channel, yes. It's pinned on my channel.
Let's try this. Let's see what happens here. Yes. Okay. Jed, links in Discord if you want to come in. We have that fancy Discord thing that we do.
Oh. Now, where did you post it? Did you post it?
I posted it in our Discord server.
Oh, okay. You didn't put it in the link at all, or in the chat. Why not?
I can.
I guess if he can
I
get
gotta
it,
make
that's
sure I'm
all
on
that
my
matters.
channel. There.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, that's crazy. We've got all kinds of
Now,
last
what's
minute craziness
what's
going on right
interesting is
now.
I think you could actually invite somebody to your live, and it
No,
would be
because everything is going through your live right
oh,
now.
okay. So you can't have guests and share them in this.
Yeah. Okay, Two Hacks. Who is he on? Whose live did he go into? It's not mine. Barrows, do you have a paperclip over Two Hacks? Okay, so he's in your live. It's
Yeah,
gonna
I
be
have.
wild to figure out.
What's
I
going
mean,
on, Jeff?
There we
if
go.
you're just normally doing one, it's not going to matter where it's coming from. But like right now, we're trying to figure this whole thing out. So Dean's in mine, Raker's in mine.
Jed's in yours.
Jed's in mine.
Who's his Mopar man 1978 in? Is he in
Mine,
yours or Barrows?
he's in mine.
It's crazy having three of them open here.
That's
And
the thing,
yeah,
though.
they're, oh,
I
which,
wish it would. I wish it would integrate the chat into everybody's. You know what I mean? I wish
Right.
it would if there was a way it could integrate the chat into everybody's, because like Raker can't talk to Two Hacks directly because he just said, "Hey, Two Hacks." Well, Two Hacks didn't see that because unless you put it up there like that.
Right. Hey, Jeff. This is some funky shit, Jeff. This is actually my live. Oh, here we go. Here is Mr.
Oh
Jed.
shit!
hey, Jed.
Oh wow, it's a hell of a lot darker in here when there's not a giant white screen blaring all over me.
Now, Jed, just saying,
Uh-huh.
if you wanted to, you see where chat is over on the side
No.
on StreamYard. Are you on your phone or are you on your computer?
What do you think?
It looks like you're on your computer.
Yeah,
Right
I
above
don't
where
do stuff.
chat is on StreamYard, you see that button up at the top? And
Yeah, the
I'm not
comments.
saying you do this, but there's a button
Oh,
up there that says share. You could put this stream on your channel.
Okay, Mopar Man 1978 says, I don't see Jeff's comment, just people saying hi to Jeff. Mopar
Yeah.
Man, that is because we have 3 lives tied to my live. And each individual live, Brian's live and Barrows' live, are actually broadcasting my live, but you guys are seeing the comments for whoever's channel you're in.
Yeah. Mopar Man, you're in mine, and Jeff is in Barrows's right now. Chat would get really confusing with all this, but I think if you were just running a normal live and you doing what you're doing there.
I look so pale. Why am I always so pale on this damn
I don't know.
thing?
You need to get out in the sun more.
You guys that watch my lives, you know, I typically will highlight, even if it's for a few seconds, depending on how fast the thing's going, everybody's comments. So everybody will, you know, if they just watch the comments on the screen, they would be able to interact. And it just depends on how you run your live.
I just went live apparently.
Oh, did you?
Oh, now we got
Let
a
me
four-way
see.
going.
Oh my God, the chat.
Are you sharing this on your channel too now, Jed? Nice.
Maybe.
Let me see.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go look.
Maybe.
Oh, that's crazy.
This is fucking cool.
Yeah, you are.
It's like my first live, and I don't even know when my work for last live was. Like, I actually hosted myself.
Streaming
First, I
live
got-
with some cool dudes. Nice.
That's all I got, man. It's been a long day. It's actually been a long, like 5 months.
See, I'm looking. Jed's got 4 people watching. I've got 3 people watching. Now, does yours, where it says how many people, does it show total watching?
I see on my StreamYard studio, I see 23 people in the
Yeah.
chat. Now, if I look at my YouTube channel, there's 7 in the chat.
So it's showing the total. Wow.
Right.
This must be
If I
showing
look
total.
at yours,
showing
there's
4.
4.
Mm-hmm.
If I look at Jed's, there's 9. If I look at Barrow's, there's 4. So I guess we add all that up, we add up to
Yeah.
23.
Well, it's past the bedtime for most of my viewers. Most of them are in their 50s and 60s. Of course, Dad's actually awake
Most
right
of the
now.
people sitting in here in their 50s and 60s, Jed. You're the only one alive that ain't.
Right?
Oh,
You're
yeah,
younger than all of
that's
us.
true.
But the funny thing is, your channel's got the most viewers.
Well, yeah, because he's a YouTube
He's got a
channel with
lot
50
more
billion
subs than we
subscribers.
do. Yeah, he's got 25 times the subs that we do.
Well, I want to show you. Anna worked kind of hard on this shit. This is the new office. There's Anna, by the way.
Nice.
Nice.
Nice. I like your
My-
setup. You like my new
My Conan swords.
What do you
Huh?
got? Oh, your Conan swords. I didn't see those.
Yeah, this is my Conan swords, Keith Black poster. I'm gonna reorganize some of this crap, but I mean, yeah.
Do you like my purple and black squares and my signs behind me?
I do like that.
I need
I think I
something
would've-
over here, though.
I think I would have rather have done that than painted rooms. That looks a lot
stuff's
easier.
cheap. That stuff's
You got-
cheap. It's like, I got enough to
You
do
got
that.
red
for
beard
the
in
whole
the
wall for
house.
like $40.
Nice.
Daniel,
Happening, Mr. Redbeard.
Yeah, this is crazy.
This is cool. This is
Yeah,
a cool
pretty
setup.
This is going to be great for
Ed
white guys.
Scott's multiple lateral universe.
what is going on all of a sudden? Oh, it's also the first time I think I've ever drank alcohol in a life. Except for that one New Year's Live.
Yeah, you got pretty tore up that one New Year's Live.
And then I was all nervous, like, oh no, did I just pull a such and such
Did I just
and
say
ruin
a
the whole
weird
thing? And
dick
everybody
joke?
was like, no, you were fun.
Did I just say a weird dick joke instead of a normal dick joke?
Hey, Scott, would you like me to shout this out? Headhunter. Isn't that the Headhunter from the Twitch streams?
I think so.
Hell yeah, man.
You got a super chat, Jed.
Headhunter just sent you a
Yeah,
super
wow.
chat.
$5.
He did? Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Is it him?
I got
Cool.
$5 freaking. Yeah, okay, yeah. Headhunter from HG stream. Yeah. What's up, man?
See,
Will he buy a
Jed, this
Mustang?
is gonna-
No. Oh, hang on.
Oh, go ahead.
If you get
Whoa.
drunk, it doesn't mean you're going to buy a Ford. When you decide to buy a Ford, it means you're gay. And I'm not saying it's a
Not a
bad thing.
Ford. I don't say all Fords, just Mustangs.
A Torino, like a 70 or 71 Torino. There is no denying that's a badass car.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Well, you kind of got a Ford guy down here in the corner, Jed. So, Barrows is kind of a Ford guy, so you can't call him gay.
I'm not calling him gay.
Hey, they're the only ones I can catch.
He's also got a dart too, though. Early A body.
Well, early A's are cool. I fucking dig them. And now I'm getting into early B bodies, apparently.
You're getting into everything.
Man, that Belvedere sure was sweet. That was a killer video you did on that.
The black
What
one.
velvet? Oh, the
black
black
one,
one.
yeah. And it sounds like that one's got a dark past, like a certain red one we all know.
Yeah. I mean, it's how much you want to choose to buy into the story. that's neat.
Right. But it was cool. The narrative was cool.
Well, and I gotta, as a YouTuber, technically, I need to play up that story because that's my only fucking hook. Besides, it's a neat car.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
And
just
actually,
what it is hooked me. I would trade everything in this fucking garage for that car.
Oh, dude, we had
I love those
three?
things.
How many? Three? Jesse. No, Jesse didn't bid on it, but Dan, John, and Dan, three of our local friends, like close friends, bidding war against each other over that car.
Oh yeah,
Nice.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. Old man's got a set of lower control employers ambitions. I don't know. I could probably use them. Well, so what's the live thing about? What were you guys talking about? I don't want to derail this shit.
Bro, it's we talk about just about anything we start talking about,
Yeah.
right, Tony? It is your life.
It's a new feature in StreamYard.
No, he was
They
just
were
saying he didn't want to. He didn't want to mess up if we had a
Oh
subject.
no,
live.
he's fine.
No subject.
That's what my lives are all about, Brian. You guys know that. We just
Kinda
sit
like
here and
mine.
bullshit and hang out. But yeah,
So basically,
This is a-
you went out back and you sacrificed a goat, and you're like, I really hope someone with a big YouTube channel comes on here and gets me a bunch of subs. And then you saw me pop in, and you're like, well, I guess he's good enough. I was hoping for Brad or Tony or someone with a huge channel, but
The thing is, this is good for collaboration, though. You know,
It really
It
is.
is for collaboration because you've got viewers that have never heard of Bear Rose or Tony, and now they may go check them out. You know,
Now, I'm gonna try something here.
I'm gonna go get some tea. I will be right back.
I just
Okay.
commented through the studio, through the studio. I want to see if that comment shows up on everybody's or just mine. Looks like just mine. So even if you comment through the studio, it just sticks with yours because it's not on everybody else's. Still a cool deal.
I was worried about Dad's TV being too loud.
Oh, I can't hear it.
Thank God. I can hear it. I can hear it louder than the TV right beside me, actually. Oh, well, thanks, Ed Hunter. Thank you. I'm having a hard time reading all these. I don't stream on my own YouTube channel through StreamYard, so I don't know. I'm just here hanging out. So if any
Right.
of my viewers are saying anything and I don't see it, I really apologize. This was not on the plans. Just having a good night for once. Instant approval, instant love. Jed's live stream. I don't know how to take that. Anybody got an idea on how to take that one?
So before it gets
I'm
too
still
much
trying to figure it
later,
all out.
who wants to hear this big block one more time?
Oh, I missed the cool shit.
Yeah. It's on the channel too. I've already put videos up on it.
Oh, that's right. I saw those. I was gonna watch them, and then, well, yeah, I've got a really messed up routine in the morning.
Yeah, throw some fire on it. There you go.
I like where this is going.
My fat ass out of the way.
Hey, hey. Okay, I gotta know. What the hell cam is in that?
Comp. It is the comp. give you the part number. It's actually, if you watch the long form video, on one of the comments, I put most of the specs. Somebody asked and I answered, but I'll tell you.
Well, no, I'll go look. It gives me a good excuse to go actually watch the fucking video.
It's the 23-713-9 comp cam
Is it hydraulic flat tappet?
hydraulic roller.
Okay, roller. Okay. I feel safe
It's
about
a
that.
hydraulic roller. It's 242, 248 at 50, 549,
Okay.
544. But that's with a 1.5. I've got 1.6 Hughes roller rockers in it. It puts it at 580, 588 lift.
Oh my God.
And it's a 110 LSA. And those heads are flowing about 360.
How much?
360.
360. So
It's making it should make, with the right tune on it and everything, should make right around 700 horse.
is it a stroker?
No.
Just
It's a 440 55 over. 4.375 bore.
So what's hilarious to me,
It's the same dimensions as the 451 stroker. It's just in an RB body.
Yeah. What I think is funny is when I was speccing out the solid roller cam for my 340, we literally picked out the smallest one my buddy Rodney Bird had. And it's basically the same cam specs you got with a 1:6 ratio rocker.
Nice. But
Yeah,
in a solid roller.
Yeah, solid. Yeah, that's all I do is solid shit anymore. You have to let me know how the comp rockers and stuff, or the comp lifters and stuff do for you. The roller stuff.
There's a long story behind this. Those heads are the Speedmaster heads.
Yeah, I've been down that road.
Yeah. The only thing Speedmaster about them at this point is the castings.
I think you and I talked you were at
No
right?
Name. I told you the story behind it. I basically threw everything away, got pissed off, and sent the damn heads to David Hughes and had him put them through his Victor CNC. Manley valves, all the springs and retainers and everything are comp. But it's got the comp cam, and the same guy that talked me into the heads talked me into the Speedmaster lifters. I am deathly afraid of those fucking things. And this week I'm going to have
what Speedmaster part? I missed that part.
The lifters. The roller lifters.
Speedmaster?
Yes. Yes. They are gone. I do not trust them. I am not going to wait for these damn things to go to hell and ruin my $600 roller cam and send metal through my $12,000 big block. Well, wait a minute. It was $12,000 to build that engine back in 2016. I bet you I couldn't build it today for 15, 16, 17 grand. So I've got my buddy at the machine shop. He can get me a set of Morels for about $500. I had a good payday today. A guy that owed me a bunch of money finally paid me. So Monday morning, I'm going to call Bill and tell him to get me a set of them lifters.
Nice.
We're going to change the lifters. These things have got maybe 20 minutes of runtime on them, and you can already hear them.
Oh, God, really?
They're not noisy, but, they said it's got that sewing machine sound to them that you would expect from a solid roller cam.
Yeah.
And
yeah, that means the plungers ain't doing their job. And if they got the little C clips in them, those could pop out at any moment.
They could pop out. The damn, what I'm afraid of is it doing the LS trick.
Oh, I actually,
when the rollers seize up and start grinding away at the cam.
Yeah, I got one.
I can't tell you how many LSs I put cams in like that. So,
I got one of Daniel's old roller cams where it did that, and it literally ground a perfect wheel mark in the cam.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I can share some news I got from my buddy Cody the other day. This isn't no bullshit or anything to kind of freak people out, but so my buddy Cody down in Neosho, Missouri, we're going down there to pick up an engine tomorrow. And I was talking to him, and he was telling me about a buddy who owns, I think, a Napa or a parts store down there. And his rep came in from Sealed Power, coming in to pick up parts, like off the shelf things they were discontinuing.
Right.
One of the parts they're discontinuing is lifters
Oh,
for small
shit.
block Chevys. Hydraulic flat tapping Sealed Power lifters are being discontinued
Oh,
because
that
Sealed Power cannot justify continuing to make them in China with all the issues. And to bring manufacturing back to the U.S., lifter sets would be $600 to $700. No one would pay that.
For flat
And to
tappets?
For flat tappets.
Oh, my God.
To bring manufacturing back to here, and then to get the metallurgy right in China and keep it good, it ain't worth it. So they're discontinuing it. So you know what that means for everything else? That means the only place you can get flat tappet lifters is going to be the boutique places, because if Sealed Power says it ain't worth it, who's next?
Right.
Kind of sucks to hear that kind of stuff.
Yeah, but aren't there lifter companies right now?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's more than Sealed
Isn't it
Power.
like Rhodes and a bunch of them that are still doing it? So
Yeah,
if
and
anything, they're just going to end up
For the past
a ton of money.
for the past 5 decades, there's been 3 manufacturers in the world that make lifters. Everything else is just a reboxed brand name version.
Well,
and Sealed Power is one of those 3. So that's bad news.
Well, and I'm
That
going to
is
say this
very
about Morel
bad
lifters.
news.
Jeff just posted in the comments, Morel makes great lifters. Just heard a horror story about him. Morel solid roller lifters, the big rivet buttons that hold the tie bars to the lifters themselves. Guy had 2 of those pop off.
Oh,
Just
God.
pop clean off, and lifters went spinning in the engine. Destroyed everything.
Destroyed the cam. He's probably lucky if it didn't blow the bore out.
Yeah, it destroyed everything, ruined it.
Well, I'm not normally a conspiracy theorist.
That's a first.
Okay, yeah, I am.
I've run lots of Morels and had good luck with them.
But it seems funny that Comp Cams was having all this problems for the last 2 years or so with their lifters, and all of a sudden they come out with this new coating that they knew 2 years ago they were going to come out with, that makes these lifters automatically you can switch holes with them and all this crap. It's just kind of funny to me that they knew they were coming out with this coating for I don't know how many years. So just before it releases, how about we just make shitty lifters for a while and
Unless something has drastically changed in the last 2 or 3 or 4 months or whatever, I think that what Jed was talking about, I'm going to stay optimistic that was a fluke.
I'm kind of hoping so. I'm hoping that they're going to see an influx of purchases from people spreading this.
Yeah.
That they're going to realize.
Morel lifters are one of the very few that are still made here, for one.
Yeah.
Morels are what
the thing is, you can't judge a whole company by one guy. One guy might have a bad product.
Oh, yeah.
Right. That's what I mean. And I will definitely have my eyes wide open, moving forward.
Oh no, I'm not trying to discredit Morel lifters by any means. I mean,
but
you can spend $5,000 and get the absolute best parts, but it doesn't mean they're
Even a Callie's crankshaft can break.
Yeah, you get the Friday night specials every now and then.
I've never seen one, but I'm sure they're out there.
I've seen it for real. All he's using is Howard's cams. That's what my machinist said. All he's going to done but Howard's cams.
Well, who
that's
makes
who I've
Howard's,
always used.
You know who makes Howard's roller lifters?
Mm-mm.
Morel.
Who?
Morel.
Oh, okay. Well,
You know who, if you go and buy the race only hydraulics or solids from Hughes, the Hughes branded ones, the $1,100 ones, guess who makes those? Morel.
Now, here's my question. I need to look that up because Hughes advertised forever. They had their no flat guarantee. I wonder if they're still doing that.
Yes. If you buy his cam and his lifters and follow his break in and you get cam go flat, he will still buy you a cam. Second time around, he'll help you figure it out, but you ain't getting a free cam. If it happens twice, there's something wrong in the engine. And I
At least
wholeheartedly
they're willing
agree
to
with
stand
that.
by it, you know.
Yeah, and no, I've done a lot of business with David Hughes through the years. One of these days,
Same,
I'm going to get my ass to Illinois and shake the man's hand.
He's like 2 hours away from me.
Yeah,
I got to
No,
I
shake his
really
hand
want
at
to go up
Indy.
there and do a tour, but I don't know if they give tours.
his
I know
shit
they're
is
moving
not
a lot of
cheap by
manufacturing down
any
into
stretch
Mexico
of the
now.
imagination, but it's worth every freaking penny.
Well, he's probably
And I
like right
will-
across the street from Jeff at Two Hacks. He's right up there in that area.
Well, and I will say this. Dave Hughes is not the most personable guy in the world. He will not
No.
listen to bullshit,
Nope.
and he will call you out.
Yes, he will.
He's no nonsense. He doesn't want to waste time.
No.
He wants to get you the right shit and get off the phone and get to the next guy.
David Hughes actually got mad at me over that manifold that's sitting on that engine right now.
It doesn't surprise me.
He wanted to sell me one, but he didn't have it in stock. And I told him, well, I'll just get it from Summit. And he says, well, good fucking luck with that. And Summit did have it in stock, and I did buy it from Summit. I shouldn't say he got pissed at me, but he actually said that good fucking luck with that. And, you know,
Well,
I can hear it.
Summit did have it, and I did buy it. I would have bought it from him, and he did want more money for it, but I would have bought it from him. We didn't have the damn thing.
That's a trick flow
Summit
manifold,
did.
right?
What's that?
Tony? That's a trick flow manifold, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
Summit gets all the trick flow. Summit's first on trick flow's list.
Well, and you got to
And
remember,
then everybody else is trickle down from there.
Remember, this was also 7 years ago. Things were a
Mhm.
lot different 7 years ago than they are now.
Well, you're a 3-month wait time on trick flow anything right now.
Yes, it's time to
Minimum
start
three.
ordering the old
Minimum
stock.
three.
Absolutely, it is.
It's
Stephen
been
Paul.
that for a while.
Yeah.
2X. Hughes is 40 minutes from me. I was just there today.
That'd be cool.
I'm jealous.
I'm gonna go.
Well, make your way to Indy. Typically, Dave, he comes to the Indy swap meet.
Yeah.
He wasn't there this year, though. There wasn't enough booth spaces, I guess.
I think Dave's shop is probably closer to me than Indy is. I'd still like to make Indy.
Probably a couple hours.
I would still like to make Indy.
You're doing
I'd like to do PRI one year too.
Oh, I'm going to PRI this year. In December, I'm going.
Nice, Jeff. What are you doing a 390 stroker?
I'd love to do a stroker 318.
It would take a custom piston to get there because an off-the-shelf piston wouldn't give you the math. But this is something I wanted to do for a long time, just because of the nostalgia behind the number. A 30 over 318 with a 4-inch stroke in it is 390.
Mhm.
33 over, 33 thousandths over with a 4-inch stroke gives you a 392.
Yeah.
I would spend the $1,500 fucking dollars on the custom made pistons, 33 over and a 318 to get that nostalgic number and legitimately hang that badge on the side of my short bed Dodge. Would that not be badass?
I'm all for it.
That's and I knew that would hit home with you, Jed. That's the kind of shit you do.
Yeah, I'm weird like that.
Me and you are cut from the same cloth in that respect.
I was doing the math, and because people say that you could take those poly 318s like 100,000s over. Like there's enough meat on those.
Yeah,
poly
they got a lot. They
318s.
got a lot of bore in them.
Oh,
Or a
So
lot
if
of,
you put and the rotating assembly is the same as an LA. So what if you put a 4-inch stroke and went 100,000ths over piston? I think I did the math. You can get like a 400 cubic inch poly 318.
I will do them. I've got to actually have a program right here that'll make those.
I gotta find the right photo album here.
And how cool would that be?
Anna,
So
did I
what
not put your photos on here?
weren't the
I thought
poly
I
heads
did.
better flowing heads than the
Sure, they were.
LA
The,
heads?
the only thing, the problem with the building a poly, and don't get me wrong, I am not against building a poly. I love those things. But one is finding an intake for it, and two is finding a camshaft for it.
I thought the
Because
cams would be the same as a
no,
LA.
no, the valve layout's different.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, you have on ground.
Yeah, the valve layout is, like a big block Chevy or a Hemi or a big block Ford. It's intake, exhaust, intake, exhaust, intake, exhaust, instead of, the way the big blocks and small Mopars are. That's where you run into the problem. Physically, the LA cam will fit in the block, but the thing ain't going to run.
Okay,
Because the valve, the valve timings are all going to be different. And it's not that you can't get somebody to grind you a cam, but you got to find a damn core.
Yeah.
You got to find a cam core. I am not trying to discourage building polys. If I could make a living building polys, I would do it. I love those things.
I just think it'd be fun to do one and put it on a dyno and see. You get a 400 cubic inch, 400. I think it was 426 is what my math did the one time.
Let's
And
see.
that would make a neat motor to put on a dyno.
3.91 bore plus 0.100 would be a 4.01 bore. And you said a 4-inch stroke.
Yeah.
Yeah, you basically buy the 426 stroke or get
That
from
would be a
Hughes.
404, Brian. A 318
Okay.
100 out would be with a 4-inch bore would be a 404. 403.93 to be exact, but it'd be a 404 cubic inch engine.
You'd have to come up with 22 cubic inches to get the number right.
They'd still make a cool motor though.
Oh,
Make
yeah.
something nobody had on
They
the planet.
do it with 360s, but I think they're putting a 4. I think they're using a 4.15 stroke
Yeah.
to get there.
Be a good
Hughes
low
used to-
RPM torquer.
4.01. Oops.
Before Hughes updated the website, I could navigate and find that stuff.
I know
yeah,
his new website is cool, but it's going to take some relearning.
Well, they don't even have the Hemi stroker kits on there anymore. That's who I was going to buy from. So I guess I'll buy from someone else unless I call Dave and see what the hell.
I wish they would have kept going with the polys,
You and me both.
or at
It's a
least
neat engine.
offered more
Let's see,
on the after.
a 4.15 stroke and 100 over 318 would give you a 419. So you're still short of that 426 number.
I think what it was is someone.
See, without
said
doing the
probably
math,
get
see,
that
that's how they get
125.
them. That's how they get them out of a 360. A 360 30 over is 4.030, and at that point, with a 4.15 stroke, you're going to have
Try 125 over. Because I thought someone told me you can go 125 over on a
3.91
maybe that's what it was.
plus 0.125 gives you a 4.035 bore times 4.05 times 4.15.
Thank you, Jeff. Hughes' new website does suck.
424.
Okay, so you're close enough.
That's close enough for the girls you date.
Yep.
Same here. Nothing, Anna. You're fine. Don't worry about it.
But yeah, I mean, seriously, you could get some pretty serious head flow out of a set of poly heads if you put the work into them. They're like the Hemi. They're designed to flow.
Yeah.
It'd be fun to do if I ever had money. If I ever make big YouTuber money,
Beamer and Sons in the house. Welcome.
I build weird
Hope he's
motors.
doing all
put 'em
right.
in-
Yeah, it would cost like hell to build the heck out of a poly, but man, it'd be fun.
Yeah, I guess Beamer got banged up there a little bit last week.
A little bit. He
Oh.
got banged up pretty freaking good. I couldn't believe it. I watched his video on his truck getting rolled. It's like, oh my god!
Oh, he
Yeah.
rolled a truck. I didn't see
Someone hit him. Someone
Oh,
hit him
man.
at an intersection, or he was going down the road, and someone slammed into him.
it. Damn.
That sucks.
Yeah, he had that nice, heavy duty Chevrolet truck he got, and yeah, now it's
Ooh.
pretty beat up. I kind of felt bad watching his video. It's like I haven't been keeping up with people's videos, and I saw it, and it's like, oh, I feel bad now, really. And then I found out my buddy Brandon passed away, and it's just like, oh my god, this is why I'm staying away from the internet.
First gen Hemis, hell yeah.
The Red Rams. Huh?
I've done 3 241 Red Rams. Stephen S. Paul, if you need any help, my email's always in the description somewhere in my videos.
Yeah. My machinist buddy here in town, he's actually got 2. They're 392s, but they're still
Oh yeah, the Firepowers.
Yeah, they're first gen Hemis. Same platform.
Well, yeah. Well, when a guy asks for Red Rams in specific,
Yeah, well, yeah. It's a
Now, I mean,
Ram,
if he's
a
asking
specific
for-
Red Ram Hemi is probably destined for a restoration project.
yeah. Not many people building hot rods out of them.
Just an old school
Not that
hot
they,
rod.
not that they shouldn't.
I'm gonna say I did.
I'll tell you,
Never
you
did
know,
anything with it.
you know what'd be badass is that Red Ram Hemi and a rat rod.
Yeah. Well, that's where mine was headed. The guy who bought it, and then he blew it up.
Speaking of rat rods, I was informed today rat rod is for sale.
The one you built?
Yes.
Well, that didn't take long.
Its owner, well, he just bought a piece of property and he's building a house, and so if he gets what he wants for it, it's for sale.
Well, I just found out today that 70 Dart that Dennis was working on, Twisted Mopar, the one he was working on, is for sale. 340 Dart, 4-speed car. Guy wants $12,000 for it.
Damn.
Well, Big Billy Racing asks, will poly heads fit an LA block?
No.
No.
They're
No.
way wide.
I have heard that it can be done, although I've never seen it.
Well, okay, so the blocks, very similar. Very, very similar. Like literally, like most parts, you can literally take probably the whole rotating assembly out of an LA and put it in a poly. Does that mean you should do it? No. Pistons
Right.
ain't gonna fucking line up right
Right.
with the valve. But it's basically all the same architecture. It's just like a Gen 1 Hemi shares way more in common with a small block LA or a poly, well, later polys, than it does with, say, its Gen 2 426 counterpart.
Right. Well, the poly, the A engine, the poly engine is responsible
Yep.
for why the weird push rod angle in the LA block, because they
Yep.
never retooled the block. That's why the push rod, the lifter angle is so weird in them, where the lifter lays like this and the push rod comes up out of it like this, because that angle is still there from the A engine. They never changed it.
And Generation 1 Hemis.
Right, correct.
It was
Correct.
strange. Yeah.
The LA was just lightweight A block. That's where the
Mhm.
LA came from. I'm
Well,
giving
didn't
away
they
all
used
the
to
Mopar
call the
trivia.
Poly the single rocker Hemis?
Yep. Yeah. Polys
It
were
was
originally
coined
single
that. It was
rocker
never
shaft.
officially called that, but yeah, it was coined that. Yeah,
Yeah, and
and
the
it
Hemis
really
were the dual rocker shaft engines.
correct. It shares a lot with the Hemi, and that's why it's capable of making so much power.
Okay,
Problem
I have
is
a question.
50 odd years after it was discontinued, you can't find parts for it.
Yeah.
And
All
there's
right.
zero aftermarket support.
Can early Hemi heads be put on a poly with a little bit of minor modifications? I believe not all blocks are equal. Some of them they'll fit. Sometimes you got to do a little bit of push rod clearancing. But I mean, we're talking about Gen 1 stuff. Like you
Yeah.
can't put Gen 1 Hemi heads on a 318 poly. It's a completely different deal. Now, there's the Generation 1 poly engines, 260s, 270s, 241s. Those you can interswap parts with the Gen 1 Hemis, but a 318 poly, you cannot.
Okay, the question has been asked again by Wendy English. Why can I see Big Belly in the chat? This is a new feature in StreamYard, Wendy. This is my live being broadcasted on my channel, Brian's channel, Barrow's channel, and Jed's channel. So the commenters that are in the other channels besides mine, if you're watching it on mine, is why you can't see it. You can only see if you were to go whose channel is Big Belly in, it's probably in Jed's. If
I
you
don't
went
know.
over there, you would see it. That's what's going on. It's a new feature in StreamYard. It's pretty damn cool.
Which, if any of my viewers are watching and you're not subscribed to those other guys over there, you know, in that range, you probably should. You'd be a hell of a lot cooler if you did. Trying to,
Thanks for the plug.
The camera's right there. Yeah, you should.
Just
Really
ignore the Ford.
Well, I never said
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, Eric. We are still up and at it.
Oh, Brian, did you see the turquoise car in Discord?
No.
You too,
Oh.
Jeff. Take care, man.
I don't know if I ever put it up.
Is it under
That-
Project Car Update? Did she get it?
She bought it today.
Yeah, I've heard that
All
one
right,
too,
hold on,
Rager.
let
It
me
gets
find
under
it.
my skin.
It's above my melted transmission, right?
Yeah. I put the picture up. That's going to be the thumbnail. Yeah, the girlfriend bought her first project car today.
Sweet.
It's a Destroyer. It was supposed to be a parts car for my
Hey,
red
Steven.
car.
All right.
That's a good
To
idea.
show everybody in the world right now.
Oh, that's fine. It's no secret.
Yeah, I'm actually
I know.
curious. Why are the channel names not showing? What the hell did I do?
Oh, it's because the typically when you got like the comments up,
Yeah.
the names disappear, I think.
There it is.
Oh, okay, I see.
Earlene.
In all its
That's
glory.
Earlene.
Oh,
the,
you guys named it already?
Grandma. Well, that's the name of the original owner. A little old lady in Colorado bought that car brand new when she was like 70-something years old, and that was her car. And the car is like rust-free. And my buddy John bought it to use as a parts car or to convert into a two-door. And then I got offered it as a parts car for my two-door. And it's like, no. But we'll buy it to save it from being a parts car.
It's nice. What was the lady's name again?
Earlene Door.
Earlene.
Yeah. It's not a great. It's not a. I never
Well,
said it was.
I thought you named it that because it's an early B body.
That's actually pretty funny though. Anna,
Mm.
it's sticking. It's not a good name.
What year is it?
That's a 64. It's the exact same car as mine, other than it's a 440 sedan, and mine's a
Yeah.
Polaris 500 two-door hardtop. They're literally exact opposite cars, except that thing's at least got a 318 poly in it instead of a slant six.
I had a 63.
I love the 63s. I still need a steering wheel for my 64. Anybody in chat, any of these chats, I need a 64 steering wheel. Bad.
Yeah, I'm gonna do something here real quick.
Uh-oh.
We got bad attitude C10 Blake in the house. This guy is one cool dude.
Oh, okay.
He sent me a bunch of cool shit and refused to take any money for it.
Those are great
Oh.
friends.
Yeah. Hey.
Oh,
Very
nice.
cool.
That's just a,
I like that.
I might steal that.
of course. We got the stickers. And a hat.
That's a nice hat.
Now, actually, Brian, I was talking to you about hats a little bit ago.
Uh-huh.
The way this hat is done, that is the type of graphic transfer I was talking about doing for your channel.
Okay.
Except it would be full color.
I still think with the hat, I would like
With
to
yours-
do the embroidery.
Right.
Even
Because
if I lose some detail.
And one more.
Embroidery's always good.
How about fuel fragrance?
Oh,
Weed.
God, no.
Smells like weed.
I would not use that.
Oh man.
Full race.
Now, that one I would use.
One
Just
guy
wanted-
last weekend had
just
that
wanted to
fuel
give
fragrance
it a
that smelled like
shout-out.
cologne.
He's got a whole bunch of different flavors and fragrances. Hit him up. He
I wonder
sent
if
me
it's-
all this shit.
Here's my question: what do they smell like just in the bottle? Are they like super
really
strong?
potent?
Just open up a bottle and take a whiff.
Yeah, do that
Try
for
to get somebody
everybody.
to pass out. It'll be like
I
smelling.
want to know if they're stronger than the Jag stuff.
Well, it's sealed.
He's gonna pass out.
They're sealed for a reason.
Right.
Okay, go to the weed one, damn it.
This is this is the weed one.
Your CDL's revoked.
It?
You
No,
just
what?
revoked your CDL.
I know, right?
This doesn't smell right.
It's not
This smells
overpowering.
like air, man.
You can tell
Oh
the
man,
fragrance.
you need to do that, dude. Next time you're driving over the road, dump some of that in your big truck. Oh, that'd be great.
Click create new layout and you can switch panel to the top of the live while sharing.
What? See, Destroyer knows all this StreamYard shit.
Yeah, we
Oh,
need
Brian, I
to,
wanted to.
we need to spend some time talking to Mr. Destroyer. Okay, let's see what he's saying here.
What do you got, Jed?
Oh, I was just going to say we can talk later about it, but I was going to talk to you about when you come down next.
Uh-huh.
I might have a project we can work on.
Oh,
I
okay.
have to smell. Now I keep smelling the weed now.
I think I can smell it too.
Yeah, why can I smell it too? Oh,
Okay, so he says click create new layout. Where the hell do you do that? Oh, that little pencil. Oh, that's edit layout. Okay, new layout.
oh, but I have a question, guys. People who know big blocks.
Switch the panel folks to the
Do all of the external balance 440s have the big nasty harmonic balancer on the front?
All the what, Brian?
And I
The
know it.
external balance 440s.
The
The
ones
one
I
with
know,
the cast cranks in them.
there's some 413s that were used in industrial or RV applications that have it looks like a Hemi balancer, but it's not. I think those are still internal balance, but I think like if they have the big goofy weight on the front and it
Yeah.
says external balance of cast crank, it'll be cast crank.
Well, see, because the thing is, this 440 that's got that melted transmission, all of the, it's from a 77. It's a 70
Should be
year
cast.
77. So I figured it's a cast crank, but it's got a little skinny balancer on the front of it. I
Okay.
haven't got the oil pan off of it yet, but I guess I'll find out when I take the oil pan off.
If it's got the skinny balancer on it,
The internal.
it is not. It's probably got a forged crank in it.
Someone might have changed it.
Because
Yeah.
if that's true, then
If
and
it's
the heat didn't fuck up the crank, the heat
If
from the
it-
fire.
if it's a cast crank and it's got that balancer on it, I guarantee you it's shaking like a dog shit in peach seeds when it's running.
All right. Well, we'll find out when I pull the oil pan on this motor.
Oh, Brian, you need to buy a bunch of big block Mopars. Anybody in here need to buy a bunch of big block Mopars?
I've got two.
Beamer and Son wants a case of the weeds.
Do you know anybody?
Get up
Well,
that
that's
attitude C10. He'll hook you up.
After his wreck, I wouldn't blame him. No, my buddy Cody, going to visit him down in he lives in southern Missouri, basically down by Joplin, and he's got a bunch of big blocks. Now they're all cores. They used to all be low mileage running takeouts. And I'm going after he's got a 413 out of an RV. It's got all the big truck shit on it. So
Like your
it's the
big
best
truck?
engine. Yeah, it's the best engine that he's got left. It looks like it's got good bores. It didn't get completely destroyed. The rest of them will need bored and full machine work. But he's selling them cheap. I think he said he was selling 3 400s to a buddy of his for like $600.
Oh, nice. I'd love to get my hands
Yeah,
on
please.
400 blocks.
Well,
Back in the day, I used to give the damn things away. It's
Mhm.
like shit. I wish
That's
I
my
could
whole
have half
thing.
of them back. That truck was born with a 400 in it. That is
But
a
that's my whole
J-code
thing. When I come
400
across a
truck.
big block, I'm getting it because they're not making any more of them.
No.
yeah.
Even those two junk ones I got, I'm going to hold on to them.
I wouldn't
Shields.
mind buying a bunch of motors from Cody. My problem is that I just had to help Anna buy a project car that I ain't mad about because it's worth saving to me.
Yeah. I
I'm
was
just gonna get
explaining
my
that to my son
413.
today.
What's that, Jed?
Oh, I'm just going after my 413. It's low compression, but I got a buddy with a set of 915 heads, and the 915 heads are ready to rock and roll, and
Oh,
they're
nice.
literally going to cost. Well, they're costing triple what the engine's costing me.
Is
Yeah,
it,
but
engine's
what do you
basically-
need those? What do you need high compression in the suede
it a
trailers
motor,
for?
is it a motorhome 413?
Yeah, it's a motorhome 413 with all the
I
truck
have one
head
also.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm getting all the extra truck shit for the truck, but I'm using the 413 for the Polera.
Oh,
Because
Nice.
the 413 has a good cam in it and it's flat tappet. It's stock. It'll be weak, but at least I ain't got to worry about
Okay.
trusting a hydraulic cam, a flat tappet cam, or buying a bunch of roller shit.
Yeah, that you'll spend big money on.
And I don't
Is
want to
it-
get into that.
Is
you
it
just want to drive them.
is it a gear to gear reverse rotation cam?
No, No, it has a standard distributor, regular rotation cam, unlike my truck. My truck is reverse rotation.
Yeah, I drove it for years. I put it in this truck, a 1970, and it had all the big funky truck head shit on it. I took all that off, put a set of 906 heads on it, but it's got the gear to gear reverse rotation cam in it.
Yeah. So you got to run well, either the governor, you got to run the special distributor or some shit.
No, the distributor's not different. What's different is the gear, is the oil pump.
Oh yeah, the gear's bound upside down because
and it's got that stand. The distributor stands up about an inch. It's got that little stand that goes in the distributor hole.
Yeah. So I figured, this engine's got big old dish pistons already. So I'm going to give it the smallest chambers possible. So maybe I'll have 8.5 to 1 compression. Because those truck heads already have a pretty small combustion chamber. It's a 72 model. It's got the Hemi looking balancer, so it should have good rods and good bottom end. And the crank's already got a pilot bushing in it. So it should work with my 4-speed unless they cut the input shaft, which I'm hoping they didn't. Because if they cut the input
like any
shaft,
other motorhome motor, those pistons are going to be like 125 thousandths down in the hole at top dead center.
well, these are just dish pistons. So I'm not sure if they're going to come up to the deck, but if we can at least put decent heads on it and at least get 8.5 to 1 out of it.
You'll be running it on pump gas and be able to drive it anywhere.
I've actually got several sets of 516 heads. No, they're not 915 heads, but they're still closed chamber.
Yeah.
And I can open them up, put bigger valves in them. That's probably what I'm going to do with this one. Either that or put the 906 heads back on it and put a blower on it.
That'd be cool.
That would be fun too.
Expensive. Been there.
Right.
Having the intake is the biggest fight.
Yeah.
There was a guy trying to sell a BDS intake for like $550 on Facebook, and he could never get it sold.
Really?
Well, and every time I tried to buy it off him, he got weird. And I never could buy it because I had like 3 guys who wanted it, and he wouldn't sell it to any of them. And when I tried to buy it, he wouldn't sell it to me.
Well, that sucks.
Well, I guess it's better than him being a scammer. Or maybe he realized he was scamming. I don't know.
So your 413's got that big dish in the center of the piston.
Yeah.
About 250 thousandths deep. Actually, no. I think they're about 200 thousandths deep, and it's about 2/3 the size of the piston.
Do you know what the combustion chamber size is on those truck heads?
I think I want to say they were like 58 cc or 60 cc. They're small. It's a really small
because I know on my
chamber,
truck.
and they've got, what the hell are they? They're inch and a half exhaust, and 174 intakes.
Yeah, they're really small.
174 or 184 intakes. They're real small valves, but that's great for torque.
Oh yeah,
if that's all you want.
That 361 in that truck moves that thing around like it's nothing. Of course, it's also got a 7 or a 9 to 1 gear ratio in the back. I literally don't know which gear ratio is engaged because the 2-speed isn't hooked up. The electronics they're cut off. So I don't know which gear ratio I'm running. I'm either running 7 to 1 or 9 to 1.
Right. So, I also have a 361 that I would like to resurrect one of these days and do something fun with.
Yeah. So basically, that engine was rated like at 7 to 1 from the factory, or 7.5 to 1.
Right.
So even with 915s, it won't be much better.
Yeah, because what is the 915 chamber? I want to say that's like 72 cc or something like that.
It's actually going to be lower compression. So it's
Oh
gonna
yeah,
be
it's going to be marginally better than mine was with the 906 heads on it.
yeah.
Which, yeah, because the 906 head is basically the same chamber, but it's got an open chamber.
But we'll pick
And
it up on airflow because I don't think them.
yeah, it definitely will.
Yeah, the truck heads are cool. I think there's a lot of potential to them if someone wanted to put the time to them, but at the same time, it's kind of like putting the time and effort into a poly. You've
Right.
really got to want to do it.
It's a whole lot of weight, and 25 years ago when I acquired this 413, I took all that shit off and I threw it.
Yeah.
And honestly, I kick myself in the ass now for not trying to do something cool with it. But
Well,
what's that?
I was just gonna say my time fixing my heads, my industrial heads, I thought they were really unique, and I love the engineering behind them. It's like Chrysler really put 100% into building the best damn cylinder head for a truck to compete with a diesel engine.
Yep. And see, the thing is, the intake port location is actually the same.
Yeah, it is. Intake will fit right on. But now
Exactly.
the thing is,
the exhaust port location is the same too, or not the location, but the configuration is the same, but they come down at that angle like a big block Chevy or a big block Ford does.
Yeah.
Instead of being, on the side.
Well, and the intakes will interchange, but the truck and industrial stuff, the stuff with the big heads, the exhaust crossover is actually a water crossover.
Correct.
And that's kind of the
Doorbell's
thing. If you're going to run this. Uh-oh. Oh, Raker, it's a 71 or 72 model motor. My 413 I'm going to look at.
What is going on, Mr. Eric?
Just enjoying the conversation and don't feel like typing. So I want to just hang out and chat with you guys.
Right. That's why I started jumping in the lives, is because I get sick of typing.
Typing sucks.
It's like texting. I'll get a text, and I'll text back and forth 2 or 3 times. I just pick up the fucking phone and call the person.
Yeah.
It's a lost art.
It is.
Right.
Well, sometimes you don't want to make the phone call because you know it's going to be 3 hours killed.
Yep.
And you got about 7 things to get done.
What?
Cody. My really good friend Cody. I love Cody to death, but he is one of those guys. He will talk to you for 3. We talked for 3 hours, and I think we both said goodbye like 5 times, but we both just kept having more shit to talk about.
I have a friend that is like that too. I have a friend that's like that too. If you get on the phone with him, you're on for like 3 hours.
Yeah, and you tell him you got to go, and he won't shut up. Yeah, I've got a buddy just like that.
I'm guilty. Anna,
Oh,
we'll get me another red.
What would be better on my 69 383? 906 heads on it, or some closed chamber 516s with big valves?
What's
Honestly,
your intake? What's your carb? What's your cam? Because
Yeah.
that's going to determine what heads you want.
Flat tops and how far are the pistons in the hole. 69 383 probably originally had 906 heads.
It would have had 906s. Honestly, my opinion, it really depends on your compression ratio, what you're aiming for.
Mm-hmm.
If you've got big valve, close chambered heads, it's always the way to go.
Absolutely.
Just remember it's an air pump, so you think that way, and it'll help you out.
Yeah,
Now,
you gotta have
aren't the ports on the 516s, aren't they small too, though? You got to get in there and really hog them out, don't you?
You don't have to really hog them out, but you do have to work on it.
It's the angle in which they open. You'll see. You got to hog
You
them.
don't have to take. You do need to work on them. They are smaller.
You know what you need? You just need a set of trick flow heads on it, and you're fine.
For the money, unless you've already got the 516 heads that have been reworked, that have already got the bigger valves in them and the hard seats and all that bullshit, you'd be money ahead just to buy a set Edelbrock Eastern.
Well, it depends
Right.
what's the first thing in my brain. Sorry to jump in here, but first thing in my brain that comes to it, what's your goal? Where you heading? If you have a horsepower goal, do you have a what are you looking to do? That's what's going to tell you what your wallet needs to be.
Yep. Exactly.
Because I can take a stock 318 and shoot nitrous on it for $800, and we're good to go. So what what's the end game?
And chew up the mixed up boss and spit it out your tailpipe.
Eventually, yeah, but you'll have fun doing
That's
it.
the thing too. You've already got the 906s.
You didn't catch that. I was talking about the race between Uncle Tony and Andy.
Oh no, I saw. Yes.
The truth of the matter is, if Casper would have been on its A game that day, it would have chewed bottle rocket.
No chance. Chance, bro.
But I'm gonna tell you that fucking little 318 of Tony's, it impressed me. I did not think it would run that hard.
I didn't either. I thought this was the end of Tony. I didn't think he'd have a channel after that race, to be honest with you.
I didn't think it'd lose his channel, but I sure thought he'd lose $5,000. If I was betting on that race, I would have lost. I would have definitely bet on Andy.
I tried to tell you, Raker. I guess you missed it.
You said it in your chat.
Oh, my chat.
Raker's in my chat, so I had to tell him in my chat. It's
Oh,
the whole thing we're dealing with now.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on here.
I don't internet too good
It's a
anymore.
whole thing.
Take us up in here. I only have the stock engine. It's just going to be a street cruiser in good sound, not looking for big power. Honestly, if that's the goal,
Talk one.
I'd leave it alone.
Yeah, if that's
Yeah,
your
I
goal,
do.
go with what you got because you don't have to spend any money unnecessarily. Even
Yeah,
I
if
would
you-
chuck a little bit bigger cam in it, just for the fun of street and the fun
Yeah.
of sound.
I'll tell you exactly what cam to put in it.
Yeah.
Well, see, here's the problem now is putting a cam in an engine is not as simple as it used to be with flat tappets and shit. You basically got to go high dollar flat tappet with, good quality lifters and hope to God you get a good badge. Because even those aren't fucking immune to fuck ups.
Chinese. Excuse me.
Or you got to go roller, and roller setup is an instant over $1,000, even if you try and budget it.
Yep, true.
see, I could go roller small block a lot.
Oh yeah.
Well, still, big block 402. My thought would be, yeah, go ahead and build the motor however you want, but make sure you have the right stall, converter in it. Probably throw a little bit of a stall in there. It'll help you out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, get the stall speed up. I'd stick a Hughes Whiplash cam. That's what I'd do.
Yeah,
That's the
Leave
best
it.
thing.
Yeah, for a street cruiser that sounds like a mean son of a bitch. It's got street manners. It's gonna make decent vacuum, and it's gonna chop.
and
Well,
it's
and
not insanely expensive.
And it's
Well-
not insanely expensive.
And from personal experience with whiplashes, they really do appreciate a 2,500-ish stall.
Yep.
Exactly the RPM I'm thinking.
But Dad's
I'm-
Hemi, actually, funnily enough, Dad's 426 Hemi has a whiplash cam. Now, of course, it is a high compression Hemi. And Dave Hughes hated the idea of selling us the cam.
Yeah.
Dead
Whiplash,
Hemi.
you don't want a whiplash in a high compression engine.
Well, that's what he said to me about my 451 too. I mean, it's 10.5 to 1, where Dad's Hemi is, 10.5 as well. We're not talking 13 to 1. It actually works really fucking good.
Oh, I'm sure it does with a lot of compression. You probably also have to have a really conservative timing curve in it, and you got to run a lot of octane.
Well, I run my
Because-
satellite on 91.
The,
Yeah, 10.5, you
Not a
wouldn't
lot
have to
of
be
time
too
in it.
much.
And
The
Dad's
basics.
Hemi, see, the thing is with a Hemi, you ain't got to worry about detonation. If you find a way to detonate a 426 Hemi, you're
Yeah,
doing
it's
something
tough.
special.
You're doing something special. But yeah, by design, the whiplash grinds create more cylinder pressure. They're
Well,
designed
yeah.
for low compression engines. That's why they work so well. But I'm
Well,
looking
the
at it
thing I
right
was getting
now.
at, what was interesting, is Dad's Hemi required a 2,500 stall wouldn't cut it in his car. His car wanted about a 3,000 before it would drive halfway.
Yeah, and the other thing with the whiplash cam is it's designed to not require a bunch of head work to make it work. They are designed to work within the constraints of factory machining.
That's what I
So
worry about with my car.
if the rest of the engine is happy and healthy, that is what I would do.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's what I worry about with my car because I don't know the engine. I don't know what cam's in it, and I don't know what I know what converter's in it, but it's only like a 2,500 stall converter. What is that?
That is the whiplash cam for the B block.
Hey, how are you looking at that on the old page?
I don't know. I just popped up Hughes Engine's website, and that's what I got. That's not what I seen on my other computer last time I was on it a couple days ago.
I'm wondering if they changed back. I really hope so.
He's using Netscape. He's using Netscape. I'm kidding.
No, they did. They changed the website back.
Oh, did they?
They did. They must have realized how shit it was.
Oh, I was
Complaints.
even on it and didn't realize. Oh, they did. I'm so
They
happy.
have my Hemi Stroker kits back.
But anyway, for that money, for $574, you get the cam, the lifters, timing chain, every.
That's not a bad price.
No, it comes with all your gaskets. It comes with the valve springs. It even comes with a valley pan. No, that's not bad at all.
No.
Distributor shaft
And
collar. Wow.
If you follow the directions and the son of a bitch goes flat, he'll send you another one.
It's a nice thing about places like that where you can actually call and talk to people that know what the hell they're talking about.
Yeah.
You're not calling Summit or Jegs where they're like, what year was it? Never mind.
Or the parts store.
There's no point. I refuse. I went to Speedway to get a new distributor for this car. Nope. Can't find it. Nope. Okay. See ya.
That's nice of them.
I handed it to him. Like, it has part numbers, and I did my own research before, but I'm like, okay, I want it off the shelf, thinking there was a shelf. I've not been to a speed part store in years. I went in there, and they can't even walk into the room that has parts. It's automated. They have to hit a button, and the machine grabs it off the shelf and spins around and spits it out a window like you're at a freaking bank. I'm like,
me and my buddy have actually been planning a trip to go down there and check that place out, and check Speedway out, because it's down closer to you than it is to me.
You won't like it. Don't go. You don't go.
Now I'm
You'll
thinking
be mad.
it's not worth my 2-hour drive.
There's a bunch of tuner folks in there, young gentlemen. Hey, if you need 2JZ, something like that, you're good to go. Go talk to them. They know their stuff. But
so if you're Jesse from Fast and Furious, you're good.
Right. No, don't. Save your time, man.
Shit. Yeah, that shit.
Jesse was cool.
He was cool. I'm just funning.
I worked in parts stores growing up. That's the only reason I know, well, as much as I do about cars, which ain't much. But man, going into that place, I'm like, I can't walk back there and like point to something and have you sell it to me. No, it's sealed. Okay.
There's just something about a 4-cylinder farting through a muffler. They don't do anything for me.
Not my
Hey.
thing.
If it's a farm all, I'm good. Other than that, like, hey, I'll mow the hell out of a lawn with a farm all A or farm all H,
Yep,
whatever you
yep.
want. But other than that, give me nope. I'm good.
Well, fellas, I think I'm gonna bow out for the night. I'm gonna go to bed.
All
I
right.
gotta.
All right,
I gotta
Jed.
get up early
Appreciate you
again.
partaking in this wild ride.
Now we're
Well,
gonna watch all the viewers. There's gonna be nothing. Just 5 people watching us.
I would imagine they have better standards than that. I'm
Good
sure
to
you
see you,
guys can
Jed.
entertain these people.
All right, we'll see you later.
All right, take care. Bye.
Get some sleep.
Good seeing you, man.
Okay, now what you need to do, Tony,
Yeah.
I think you need to end him because he's still on stream. So you need to
Gotcha.
end his.
Now, I
Yeah,
have
the
some-
ending.
Destination from the broadcast.
Hey, Dust Elville and I must have the same wavelength here because if you look, hold up, it's weird to do this. Right, let me go up that way. See that little sign by my TV there?
Mm-hmm.
It's right above your head.
Mm-hmm.
You know what it is? There. You know, there. Yeah, you almost go up that one.
All right, here's a good one for your meme show, Eric.
Uh-oh, what'd you say? Oh, yep, absolutely. Been there. Oh yeah, no place for them things in this world. Nothing but danger.
I haven't even looked at my Facebook. Anybody watch it on Facebook?
I haven't been on Facebook in a long time. Marketplace.
How you been,
That
Bear Rose?
don't count. I'm doing.
Hey, that's good, man. Been a long
Doing and
time.
rolling.
I've got too many of these damn things on my phone. I got a funny one of a frickin' Honda I'm trying to find.
I've
That's
been doing
every day.
burnout if I wasn't playing with Fords.
Well, you gotta, do you want to work or do you want to have fun? There's your choice.
Here's a good one.
Yeah.
I have reached on Facebook. I have reached 4 people and got 8 engagements, whatever that means.
Okay,
Well, hey.
here's the one I was looking for.
Nope, no
I
difference.
see no difference.
Well, that means Dust Devil's got to get married like 3 more times, huh?
No.
Oh, I don't know what engagement means. I guess on Facebook, I don't know.
Yeah. No, this one I'm getting out of is enough. I'm fine. Never again. I'm good.
So what were you saying earlier, Eric, about changing the layout? Were you talking about so all the people in the chat can be up on top instead of on the side during the screen share?
Yeah. So when, like right now, when Big Block's comment is up, if you share something, one of us disappears behind a comment.
Oh, I got you.
So on the bottom right of this little box here, block in front of us,
The plus
you'll see
button.
the plus button, and then it'll let you pick how you want it laid out. And you can make your own, which is a new thing on StreamYard. And you can drag little boxes and make them as big as you want and put them at the top and lay them out how you want. And then when you share something, if you click that button and then share, it'll put all of us at the top, have that, whatever you're sharing there, and then the comments will still be down below.
Gotcha. So it's not covering up somebody.
I had the same problem. That's, yeah.
All
Once again,
right. I got a StreamYard question for you. I want to know if this is possible.
Okay.
So say Tony wanted to like take a 5-minute break right now. Could he put a screen up that says like "Be right back"?
Mm-hmm.
That would take away all of this and the sound, and it would just be a separate screen that could be put up.
If he muted himself, yeah.
See, that's what I was wondering, is if you could put that up and still the four of us be able to talk. Like, I know if he shuts this stream down and takes it off alive, we can sit here until the cows come home and talk, and nobody
Absolutely.
will see it.
But it won't broadcast on a channel.
Yeah, but can
Oh,
you
in
put
this
up a
case,
screen
now,
like a pause
right.
screen that we could still talk on and they not hear it?
So okay, so what I do this every live because the craziness I have over on my other channel, The Last Laugh. When we're done, we have separate conversations. So all we do is click stop, stop streaming, and everyone just stays on.
Yeah. That's what we do too. And that's
Yeah,
actually some of the
we
best
just hang out.
content, but we can't put it up.
Right. Or you can have conversations like we're having where it's natural and no one's on. And at times I've just hit the record button at the top and not told anyone we're doing it. And we're just hanging out. And if some good stuff happens, okay, we pull it out, tell everybody, hey, this was a great conversation. People could learn something or funny, laugh, whatever it is.
I noticed that too. You could cut a lot. You could cut from your streams. They got a thing in there for shorts. You could cut shorts out of your streams.
Oh, yeah.
It's
growing. It's growing.
That. Yeah, I like that. Well, the thing is, see, here's what I'm wanting to do with my live. Like next week, I'm going live Saturday.
Okay.
I'm going to have Shane Polito as a guest.
Mm-hmm.
Which is kind of a big deal, So I'm going to have him as a guest. But at one point, I'm going to go from me and him talking and doing like an interview thing to what we have right here.
Okay.
And I would like to be able to just pause the stream for that. And me and him be able to talk, like, tell, hey, yeah, that was good, because he's not going to be on for this part of it because he goes to bed early. So I like to be able to say, pause the stream where anybody watching it just sees, we'll be right back.
Oh.
It would be a stay tuned for the weird hour, because that's what I'm going to call. Basically, I'm breaking my show up into two different sections. I don't want to stop a stream and start it back up. You know what I mean?
I know exactly what you're saying.
Do that.
Yeah, currently it's not an option for StreamYard. You'll have to actually make a separate, like make two of them and before you go live. Have the one with him. When he's done, you guys can talk and whatever, and have the other one for 20 minutes, half hour after you've done it, and then click the next one on as live and people can jump back in.
Yeah. Oh, well.
But they have to change stream. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yep. Unless, now the only way you could do it, which if it's playing, no, that wouldn't work. I was going to say I was going to have you record like a video or something for however many minutes you wanted it to be that would play in between, but you wouldn't be able to.
Oh, now that would work because that mutes everything, but does it mute?
It mutes you guys too.
Yeah.
So you couldn't talk to each other. So, yeah.
There needs to be like a green room that everybody can go to
Mm-hmm.
and still be able to talk.
That would be a great idea. Yeah.
Like at the bottom down here, when somebody's waiting, you should be able to go back down into that and talk down there where it's not up here. Then I could just have a,
well,
for the weird hour.
Every time you end a chat or every time you end a stream on StreamYard, you get that little box that pops up. How'd it go? What could we do to make it better?
Yep.
Well, and that was my.
They seem to be working on it a lot.
Oh, they are. Every time I've done it for 3-4 months now, I tell them, hey, make it where I can pop the chat out because I have two screens on my computer, so I can have the chat on one and have y'all on the other, and I can see it. I'm getting old, man. I'm almost 50, so I got to be able to see like in big letters what they said.
Well,
Right.
see,
Instead of
that's
going,
what I'm wanting to do with. I'm wanting to do that with
Over here
because
like this, too.
StreamYard is not really conducive to gaming
mhm.
live streams, but OSB is, and I'm just going to use OSB. But I got to have a second screen for the chat while I'm doing my gaming stream, which I'm probably just going to start a whole gaming channel because I don't think any of these people want to watch. Because I was going to do a thing and call it, do it live, because me and Jed play games and a couple other guys that are car guys, and I was just going to call. I was just going to have a stream once a month of car guys playing video games, you know. But I'll probably
Yeah.
just make a whole separate channel for it.
You'll get better reaction from that for sure. I tried doing even car games, like
Yeah.
car video games, like simulator games, and People
GTA.
just-
Man.
they're gone.
What kind of video games you play?
Rarely I play. I don't know anything that has to do with drag racing and reaction time, and otherwise.
We got this really cool game we play where you kill zombies. It's awesome.
Oh yeah. No, I moved past those. I did when I was younger, but with
I
the kids
can't
and all
move
that.
past
Years ago, I used to play GTA.
I'm
But
50
that was-
years
I was
old.
a Call of
20
Duty
years
guy.
ago.
I loved
Yeah.
Call of Duty, but
Call of Duty was fun.
now it's like
I played
I'm
a lot of Mortal Kombat with my kids.
I'm 50 and I can't bring myself to move past my video game addiction. I want my video games and my anime, damn it.
I used to play a lot of Total War.
What was it?
Total War?
Okay. That was a phone game though, wasn't it?
No.
Oh, they had it
PC
on
days.
Oh, okay. I know they got one called that on that they it's a phone based game. I hate those.
Games on the phones these days suck.
So how much how many viewers dropped off when Jed left? Just be curious.
Now, according to StreamYard, we've got 9. According to my YouTube window, we've got 3.
just put the
There's
gate up.
3 actually on my channel.
That's the thing, though, you know. What's cool about that is, and probably something we need to, if we're going to be doing this a lot, like if somebody like Jed's in here, drops you, hey, he's leaving, but come over to your channel, you know,
Right.
Tony's Hot Rod
Right.
Garage, and if you want to keep watching, and we got to
I've
be
got your link
conscious of that
posted
now.
pinned up at
Yeah.
top of mine.
Yeah.
Now that we can do all kinds of weird
I
stuff.
have seen a way to I've seen guys that have a banner that go across the top of the screen in StreamYard, and that would be
Oh yeah, that's over in
to-
your.
to put
Branding?
that banner up there that
Branding, yeah, on the
Yeah,
right,
that-
and branding.
that this Tony's Hot Rod Garage or Dust
Yeah.
Devil Garage or whoever's the host is actually identified as the host.
Yeah, that's a good idea. You get the
Because
scrolling down
several
and
of the
stuff.
commenters, amongst all these channels, they were a little confused as to why they could see comments from this guy but not that guy. And
I think people
Oh yeah,
get used to it though if people start using this, and I could think of a few people that would use this.
so, how long has this been a thing, Eric?
what's that?
This ability to stream this on everybody's channel that's here.
About 3 months
Really, without doing the whole team thing?
before, but about 3 months you could. But even right now, I can stream on multiple things, but I have to have access to your channel to be able to do it.
The thing is, though, with this, I've never seen that button. If you look over above your chat,
Yeah, it's new.
your StreamYard, there's a button up there that says "Stream on your channel."
It says stream to this to your audience. Yeah, I see it.
Yeah,
Oh,
and it's just boom. And
Yeah,
instantly.
right now,
the other
this
thing I was reading about was you had to be part of the team, and you had to move people in and out of the team. And this just makes it easy. It's just
That's-
instant.
I don't know when that got up. This is the first time I've ever seen that button.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this live
that's
right now is
real
being
good.
streamed on 3 channels.
Yeah,
This-
yeah, I saw that. I
Yeah.
backed out and looked before I jumped in. I was like, I'm gonna go to Tony's. I see everybody else's, but yeah, it was on my sidebar. I'm subscribed to all y'all. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah, I am the host as usual,
yeah.
but these two were able to, and I guess you could too. It says up to 6 can do it, but are streaming to their channels as well.
Mhm.
Yeah, and it used to say you had to have the paid version to do it, but I'm
Yeah.
on the free version, and it's working on mine.
Yeah, but I'm the host.
Yeah,
And the
Yeah,
host has a
the
paid
host
version,
has
right?
the paid version.
Correct. I am the host,
Yeah.
and I have the paid version.
'Cause
That's what I did.
I was
I
looking at
never
doing
saw that button light up until I had the paid version.
Yeah, it has to be within this week that button came up because it wasn't.
I
there.
agree.
You
Yeah, I
know,
bought
and-
the 1080p, like
Oh, you
trying
bought
to go. Yeah, the big package.
You bought the big package. The one
Oh,
was
you
like,
big spender.
Well, I've been doing this 3 years, and I was like, okay, what else can I do with this?
All I cared about was getting rid of the duck.
Oh yeah, I hate that.
All
Duck.
I cared about.
That duck can kiss my
I
ass.
still do
Yeah,
that.
you
When I
bought-
see
you bought
somebody
the
with the duck, it's like, you got the fucking duck.
yeah, you bought the next level up. I think it's 500 a year or something.
I'm doing it for my business so I can write it off. But I'll tell you, aside from having 1080p, which to me is a bigger difference, my computer runs better. Everything, it's all games to me. I think everything should run fine, even if you had
Right.
480. But I think in the software they set it up where it may have a glitch here or there.
Yeah.
Where when you get that next package, oh, everything's smooth now. Oh, because you're paying more money. It's
Right. Right.
It's politics. It's all BS.
I like high resolution. I would prefer to be able to have 1080p, but for twice the money.
See,
the
that's my
live.
whole thing. Everybody complains
No.
about their videos taking so long to upload. You know what? I upload my videos in 720. Nobody needs to see my fat ass at 1080p, all right? 720 is fine. And I've never had a complaint that my video was bad.
No,
Right.
Because I'm still a firm believer on YouTube, people will forgive bad video, but they will not forgive bad audio.
amen.
100%.
Videos
If I
got
click
bad
on,
audio, they click right off of it.
and I love all y'all guys, but I'll tell you, if I click on your video and I hear,
Mhm.
I turn the
I'm
some
out.
bit right off.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm out.
Me too.
I'm out. I would rather you have you be too loud and me. Hey, what are you guys? I would rather have that than like not be able to hear you. So
Yeah.
I can turn my volume down, but I'm not going to crank my because I listen to it on stereo, and if I have it cranked up, a commercial comes on.
And then boom.
The kids are awake. The dog is barking
I
at me.
I
The neighbors
hate
are
that
pissed
shit.
off. Like, no,
Yep.
no.
I
So
hate
make-
that shit. And
That's
I'm
honestly
the
why
same
my
way.
next purchase is going to be a microphone for streams.
So do me a favor, Dust Devil.
Yeah.
Send me an email.
Okay. Why? You have a microphone for sale? Are you in the microphone business now too? Ooh.
Now, that's a nice one.
That's a nice mic.
Well, I've gone all out with the background and the sound deadening cubes and my signs. That'd be neat if I had a microphone sticking right here. I'd look like a real streamer guy.
This is what I'm using.
Rode.
Oh, you got that real
Yeah.
road. Woo,
He's
you
got
the
a
high-end.
road, big spender.
He is.
No, my brother sent me a gift card, and I'm like, I'm getting a fucking mic.
Guy here.
Road is definitely top first rate stuff.
No, email me.
Is
I'll
it
send
an
this to
area
you.
mic or is it a
Oh,
shotgun
okay.
style?
I got a question.
Area.
Is that a Durango behind you?
Yeah, RT.
Do they still have? Is there the same problem with the being able to steal them thing? So did you have to make a total separate thing for the Durango? Ah, see,
You
I
get
Yep.
was
it.
wondering.
You betcha.
And I haven't released it yet, but I have it
Oh,
sitting on my. Well, I'll show you. You guys, it's late enough, I think.
it's
Let me
late
show
enough.
you.
There's like 5 people. That's what I love about Little Lives. That was the whole thing. You guys don't understand. Back when we had 5 people watching us, that's when John Wilbur was coming in here talking about No Name Nationals before it was even a thing.
Yep.
He was coming in my lives. Nice.
Sweet.
See, now what does that
So
little piece of metal cost if you're going to buy one?
this will cost you $45,
Okay, $45, and will save you
90,000.
hundreds of thousands of thousands and thousands of whatever.
So this is my prototype that's not in a vehicle yet. I have several of them, but this is for the Wrangler, the Rubicon, and the Gladiator, which the Gladiator is number 2 or 3 right now on the most stolen list.
Ah. And what does a
So-
Gladiator cost?
Depending on your state of health,
70.
Depending on your state of health, it could save your life because you could get so pissed off when your
Oh, yeah.
fucking Hellcat gets stolen that you just have a stroke and die.
You know, it could also save you some prison time, too, if you go after the son of a bitch that stole your car with a gun.
Right?
That's a real thing. I had a guy. Let me hold on a second. Let's go ahead and click that button. Let's play while we have just a few people on here. Click that button and make it where we can have everybody at the top, Tony, if you would. See if you can play with that. Click that plus button down there on the right.
Right.
It'll say it's pretty
add
self-explanatory. You hold it up and drag it where you want it, make it the size you want.
He's
So make-
old.
4 little boxes. He's got it all day. I know he does. It's really simple. And then you hit save and name it. It's making a template for anything is really what it is.
I see what it's doing.
And while you're doing that, I got time for one more.
See, that was my whole thing when the Hellcats came out. And you could get the Charger or the Challenger. I always said, I want the Charger. The 4-door. I'm going to take all the emblems off of it. And I want to go out and, yeah.
Is that what you're talking about, Eric?
Hold on.
But, you know, it's like, I want the 4-door. I'm going to take all the Hellcat emblems off of it. And I'm going to go out and street race some people and make some money with it. Then they went and put it in the Durango. And it's like, oh, okay.
So now let me
go out and whoop ass on some people with a SUV.
here you go. Now let me share. Now
It's still
click, hold on at the bottom. You'll see where you just made yours. And if you're on
Yeah.
a smaller screen, you may have to scroll down. There you go. And it should let that pop up. Now, did you put the box in the middle to share screen?
I don't think so.
So click the little 3 buttons and hit edit. And it should let you add the screen and then save it again.
What would it be? Media slot or camera slot?
Media.
He says the blind man.
It's like live action tech support.
Hey, thanks
Hell
for
yeah.
calling. There you go. Look at this. Now hit
Sweet.
save. Yeah.
That's badass.
So a guy sent me this literally an hour and a half ago. Check this crap out. Over 25 high-end cars were stolen overnight across the metro. This is in Kansas City. In the below video, thieves were seen rolling cars quietly. How do you roll a car quietly? You pull
You
it
don't.
neutral.
Yep.
Mhm.
Say you don't start it.
That's what I prevent before they started the car and took off in the vehicle. 450 plus cars have been stolen this year alone. Majority of the time, high-end cars, and they're viciously stripped of the parts. Yeah, they yank your Hellcat motor and all your stuff out of it.
Yeah.
Like right here is a dude pushing a car. If you had my plate, this wouldn't happen to you. I don't need to sell nothing. Just seeing that tonight made me go, you know what? I am doing the right thing.
Yeah. Oh,
That is
yeah.
too cool, man.
Okay, here's a question. Another StreamYard question.
Mm-hmm.
How can you share a video in StreamYard and still have the sound come through?
Okay. So if you look down at the bottom right now in the middle, it says present.
Yeah.
Click present.
Oh, a video file.
So you hit share screen.
Share screen.
And at the top, it says Chrome tab, window, or entire screen. I have 2 screens. So I click entire screen. I put what I want to share on my second screen. And on the bottom left, you'll see share system audio.
Share tab. Okay, here it says share tab audio. Okay. That's
But-
something newer that they've done too.
So if you don't mute yourself, when you do that, you will hear feedback.
Okay.
I've tried it with headphones. I've done it a bunch of different ways. There's always feedback for some reason. So when you share audio, click your mute button
On StreamYard, the mute button on your StreamYard.
on your StreamYard at the bottom left.
Yep.
In the middle of your screen, you see mute.
Yep.
So you'll go, okay, everybody here, listen to this. As soon as you hit play, when it's done, then unmute yourself and then hit present and stop. Or at the bottom, it'll say stop sharing. Hit stop sharing and it'll pull us back to this screen. Otherwise, you end up with everything. I've learned so the hard way. I had a big country singer on once and screwed it all up and learned from my mistakes, man.
You know, I saw something. What is that? Oh, I saw, you're just scrolling through shorts.
Mm-hmm.
This chick had the greatest idea I think I've ever seen in my life. Because you know how some of them, you notice they're formatting them to where it'll loop. Like they'll say something at the beginning and that matches up with the end, so it loops through and they get an extra view or two out of it. This chick was dancing around in her room and she put on there, I hid my phone number somewhere in this room. Call me. Can you imagine how many views she got off that just from people looking and letting it just play over and over again?
Still, find the blue dot.
Yeah, but it's like, oh my God. Why am I not a hot teenage chick,
Oh, if I had boobs, I wouldn't be working. Just saying. Everyone you might have seen him, but I'd be on here going, oh, hi, guys. Whip. Million views.
Oh, my
Did
son.
you see what that crazy bastard destroyer did? Whip.
How many people we got, Tony? This is something I can't say with a lot of people. It won't get you demonetized or anything. But
I've got 4. We've got a total of 12.
12, that's fine. My son told me today, TikTok, there is a problem with their algorithm and banning
There has
videos. You can show one boob and be standing back and it won't pick it up. It won't even pick it up if you report the video.
Mm-hmm.
So now TikTok is just full of boobs.
I've seen them. Hey, man. What?
He told me that.
Life goes to bed. I'm like, oh, there's
TikTok
one.
back on my phone.
Oh, there's one.
Just
There's a girl
one.
who was leaning over. She's like, and then she comes back and flip like you just see a whoop, and you're like, and she flips
Well,
it
one
down.
boob is better than no
Hey.
boobs, Barrows. Come on.
Just one. Just one.
Hey,
I'm fine with just one.
hey, wet T-shirt. I'm happy. We're good. I'm a simple man right now, man. It's
Gotta
take
keep
your
money
kids
in
where
dry.
you get them.
What was that?
Gotta have a dry patch or you lose traction.
Hey,
There was a meme I saw. It said TikTok because watching your daughter's friends out the window is weird.
oh my God, that's so true. Not that I watch my daughter's friends or anybody
No, but-
young on there, but yeah, I understand what you're
This is
saying.
what TikTok is all about.
I am going to try this share with audio just for the sake of.
Yeah, I want to see if you have the same issue I do where it feeds back because I have headphones on and so it shouldn't, but for some
Yeah.
reason it does. And it usually has to do with your speakers and your microphone. Awesome job, Tony. You got it. See, now you can have a comment on the bottom and it wouldn't block anybody. Just saying. There it is.
Can you guys hear the audio?
Yeah, I can't hear the audio though.
Nope. Did you
No
check the
audio.
box before you shared?
I did. Now, however, the video is
There it is. Now I can hear it.
okay. I actually had the video muted.
That's a big thing too. That's good.
Awesome.
That's kind of what I'm wanting to do when I do my big long, my 18, 12 or 18, I decided yet hour live to get people there. But I want to put up, you know, when we're talking about somebody who needs subs, okay, here, I'll throw up a couple of your shorts or a couple videos and we'll watch them.
Yes.
Now I just got to talk to Joe. And I got to convince Joe to come in my live for an hour and click that fucking button. Because if you could get Just Mopar Joe in here with 10,000 people, and and with 10, he's got 10,000 subs or more, and highlight somebody, you know, as a channel that will get them subs. I don't have a whole lot of subs, so you know, I've got 800. So.
Subs
You know.
are overrated. Subs are overrated.
Yeah, but this is the whole thing. We're trying to do it for No Name Nationals and help people get No Name Nationals. That's the only
live
reason
that.
I had to care about them.
Doing shorts is the number one way for them to get subs at this minute. Now,
I don't
YouTube
know.
just dropped their subscriber count and their watch hours. I don't know if you guys saw this.
Yeah.
This past week.
Oh, did they?
Yeah,
Yes.
they dropped
Look,
it way
look
down.
it
Say
up.
it when you look
Way
at
down. Check the email affiliated with your YouTube account.
Yeah, well, can't you just go to? Let's see. If you just go to the dashboard, you go down here and click Earn. See, it still says I need 1,000 subs and 4,000 watch hours to be part of the partner program.
See, that's weird because they sent me a thing that said 300 subs and 500 watch hours. They just sent me a video. I
Now,
actually
don't
can
they
pull
have
the email
different-
up.
See, but this is
Yeah,
to
brand
be
new.
partner.
They just sent it out.
Yeah.
This is to be partner and actually be monetized. And
Right,
add
right.
stuff.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't care. I still got my mouth.
Oh, that sounds good.
But no, what I want to do is like what Buck does, but do it for like 12 hours. You know how Buck highlights people and stuff? I'm
Yeah.
going to do that for 12 hours. And just
Nice.
do a subathon just to help as many people get over the hump as possible.
Well, the key to doing that is having everyone else share them out.
Well, and that's the thing. If I could do it like this and just have some, you know, have somebody with a bigger channel, look, I mean, look at what happened when Jed was in here. We had a bunch more people watching than we do now.
I didn't see it. I wasn't looking at the people
Well,
watching.
I can't see it, but Tony'd be able to tell you. You know, Jed had 20 some odd people, and the three of us didn't have 20 combined. So, you know, that's just proof right there that a bigger channel's going to get, you know, bigger channels get bigger reach.
Oh yeah. Oh, for sure they're going to.
Hell, I just talked to a guy today on the phone that he's got a, what is it? Boosted something.
931.
No,
He's a great dude. Just saying.
what is it?
That car sounds good.
This guy is crazy in his videos.
Yeah, let's steal Mopar innovation and make our cars cool.
Boosted lifestyle?
That's nasty.
No, it's not. God damn it. I'll find him. Hold on. I'm going to shout this guy out anyway to the 12 people that are here. Boosted behavior.
Oh, never heard of him.
He lives like around here. He's got a video from Sykeston last weekend. The race.
Oh,
they had
nice.
in Sykeston. He's got like 1,700 subs. You know, his channel's, he's doing all right. Not great,
Yeah.
but, you know. But I was telling him about No Name Nationals and shit, and he's getting real excited about it. So,
All right, Tony. So I heard that Ford Hemi. Here's a 451. Hold on, let me reshare that with audio. Here's a 451. You may want to watch your headphones. I was on Half-Ass Garage Live, and he's like, "Oh, start your car. This guy likes Mopars." I said, "Okay."
Nice. You'll love it. He's in Arizona, so you have to make a trip out to see him. I don't think I can turn his lights out.
I blew the mic completely out.
Yeah, you did.
It's a little nasty.
Eric,
Got
you
it,
ever
man.
watch Dead Dodge Garage?
Dead Dog Garage. No, never heard of it.
No, he's a cool guy. You need to watch his videos. I'm going on his live Sunday.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah,
Hey, I'm always open to new people because
this guy, this what
you
he.
can't
I mean,
have a big enough pool.
I was
I-
talking to him and I was at work and I'm like, yeah, I run a CNC machine, this, that. He builds cars for a living, you know, Mopars. And he's like, oh, wow, I wish I had your job. I'm like, what? Like, I will trade with you right now.
Mm.
I am guessing, Eric, when you fired that car up, it had no mufflers on it.
True.
Yeah, it was.
That was open
I'm-
headers.
I'm actually.
Oh no,
curious.
no, actually, that did have mufflers. Never mind, it did.
Still.
Yeah, because I only started it twice without, or on lives, twice without mufflers on it. That was with mufflers. That's with 3-inch Magnaflows bullets. Wait, 3.5. Sorry.
Not
So you
much.
still selling it?
Not much.
Yes, sir.
muffler then.
Okay.
No. It's got a 1.5 feet of pipe and
You didn't like win the lottery or anything where you don't need to sell it.
No,
This-
I
You just have a fleet of Hellcats in the driveway, and
no, I'm not that. No.
oh,
So I quit my real job
yeah, yeah, yeah.
and am doing my business full time.
Mhm.
And for, as you saw, what my business is, I can't put a neutral release plate on this and write it
Yeah.
off.
Oh
I
yeah,
can't.
no, I completely understand. I'm not
So-
saying, oh, you're a dumbass for selling your car. No, I
No, 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 no.
understand it completely.
Oh no. I tried to talk my wife into me putting this into a storage shed and just vapor sealing it. And it doesn't exist. I know nothing. But truth be told, I have to have my entire mouth redone. All of my teeth are falling out of my head because that's just life. And so I am having my teeth redone this year and taking the money from this and me having to be the face of my own company now.
Yeah.
I don't want to go to SEMA and have to worry about having,
Oh,
Yeah.
believe me, teeth problems. Look at me, okay?
Bad.
I'm
man.
just-
I ain't got enough.
I'm just saying, it's a thing, and there's money that comes with it. So this is going to go, and I know that my dream car is a 71 Hemi Cuda. So whether I have a real or fake or clone or new version that looks like a 71,
You know what?
eventually in my life, I will have a 71 Cuda. Just
You
mark
know what?
my
I would-
words.
You know
In
what?
10 years, look back and see if I have one.
You want just a little bit of advice on the 71 Hemi Cuda. Don't get a real one
No, why?
because you'll never want to drive it.
I wouldn't. No.
It's a paycheck at that point. A lot of those cars, people are like, "Oh, it's my dream car. I got to have the original one." No, because once you get it in your garage, you save up all the money for it. You get it in your garage. It's a paycheck. You get a clone. You build a clone. You're like, "Hey,
Drive the wheels off it.
I'm driving the hell out of this thing."
Yeah.
Well, that's where I had my 1320 Challenger. That was one of 108. I didn't want to touch it. I didn't want. I respect Mopar enough to not do anything to it. That's why I sold it. I'm going to get rid of this. Yes, I'll have my teeth done eventually. I'm going to buy a RT with a 5.7, newer RT with a 5.7, because I have lots of ideas for more insane anti-theft devices, and I can't drill holes in a one of 108 car.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
So I'm going to do all kinds of crazy stuff. My dream is to build it into a twin turbo 5.7. Now, I dream big, but that's what you got to do if you're going to do something, right? Why?
Well, that's not really that big. That's not. that
I don't think so.
No, people are doing that. Well, that's like Jed that was on here. His dad. Have you ever seen his dad's car?
Oh my God. I've watched, yes.
Oh, but you know what? And the van, his dad loves that van because he drives it everywhere. He doesn't want to drive the red car because he's afraid of hurting.
Or
get in an
somebody hurting
accident
it.
or whatever. Yeah. So something's beyond his control. But that van, he'll get in and drive the shit out of it. So just by looking at that, okay, what do I want? I want the car I can get in and drive the shit out of.
I want to get in the car and drive the hell out of it to the point where whatever's left is what you get.
Yeah.
'Cause I don't give a shit. I don't care. I'm going to buy a salvage title car. I already see it in my future.
Yeah.
Because that way I
do.
truly don't care, because there isn't any value, and I bought it for a quarter of what I would a new one. You know what I mean?
Right.
Well, that's like I'm getting my 71 Satellite back. That the actual car I took my driver's test in. I'm going
Nice.
to put that together, and I'm going to drive the shit out of it. And okay, I told my oldest son, who's not really even into cars, but he's coming around. I was like, that's what you're going to get when I die, and it may not be in the best condition, you know.
Whatever's left, you're going to have to learn from me and rebuild it, or you ain't getting
Because
shit.
You ain't going to get a bunch of money from me when I die because I plan on dying broke. I don't care if I have money. I'm spending all of it. I'm gonna
I
bounce
hand-
that last $5 check.
I will hand you a steering wheel and walk out of this earth.
Yeah.
So here's a fun question.
Yes, sir.
Earlier, before I started the stream, I had the 451 running and I put a vacuum gauge on it.
Mm-hmm.
You guys have all heard it, seen it run. How much vacuum did it make?
8
Mind
pounds.
you, I'm a little over 5,000 feet in elevation.
8 pounds.
I was going to say 7.
You nailed it, Barrows.
I was thinking 6 or 7, somewhere around there, because you're not getting much.
It would bounce back and forth between about 6.5 and 7 inches of
So
vacuum.
what you're saying is no power brakes, right?
No vacuum assisted ones.
No. If you're in the right climate, sure, 17's possible, but where he's at, nah.
Yeah, maybe at 5,000 feet below sea level.
Well, that brings me to a point where people are like, "Oh, you're going to sell your car, blah blah blah," and I honestly have like 4 things left to finish this thing. They're like, "Why don't you go out to the track and race it a few times before you sell it?"
Because if I wreck it.
Well, there you go. And let's see, what's the temperature going to be on Sunday there, Tony, out in Phoenix or Chandler?
Temperature on Sunday? Shit, I don't know, probably about 105.
Oh, Lord.
Let's see.
I don't
I'm
envy
hoping we
you
hit
guys at all. I
60s.
spent a month in Phoenix.
It is going here. It's going to be 89. And it's usually about 10 degrees hotter down there.
It's going to be 111 on Sunday in Chandler.
Yeah.
And I'm 20 minutes from the track. You mean to tell me go and take this car and go make your first hits ever on a slimy track on an NA motor in 111 degree weather? What am I doing?
Yeah.
Oh,
Why?
that's beauty.
Why? And my neighbor, who is a very seasoned racer, he goes, so you have 2 choices. Go and run it and see if you can get some kicks out of it. Like, get yourself to have a good time. And hopefully everything's good. Or go out there and run it, pop a rod through there, blow the trans out, blow out the freaking rear end, whatever, which is doomsday. I get it. But he's like, well, then try and sell it.
Yeah, well, now you got to put a bunch of money in it to sell it.
Or
Get
here's another way of thinking about it. Even if the weather was perfect, you go out there, you have a blast. How much harder is it going to be to sell that car?
I wouldn't. I know, and that's the other part of it is, for me, I'm an addict like the rest of us. That's why we do this. We're addicts.
Yep.
Horsepower and cars and if my balls don't jiggle, I'm not having fun. Just saying. And this car does that. I mean, the little bit I've gotten to drive it's insanity times 10.
I absolutely loved that video when you drove it around the neighborhood. Pissed off that Karen.
That lady was pissed.
You couldn't have done a better job if you walked into her kitchen, dropped your drawers, and took a shit right into her bowl of Wheaties.
Dude. Oh, and that's another reason why I'm a country kid. I'm not used to like city life. I'm not that. My wife, love her, and truly do love her, and my kids and everything. But we live in the city. My wife's like, I want our kids to have friends in the neighborhood and the things I never had, because she grew up in the middle of nowhere, as I did. And part of the reason I married her, well, she wanted her kids to have a different upbringing. I'm like, okay, our kids, that's fine. I get it. It's fine. The problem is, I'm still out there in my head. Like, I start this up at 9, 10 at night. Like, what? Your kid is sleeping? Sorry, I don't know. I just got this running.
Well, that's all
And
good too.
I took it for a block. I didn't even do a burnout. Like, I didn't do anything crazy. I just tapped the gas a little bit.
Video. Yeah.
Yeah, I did nothing crazy. Okay, when I turned, I made it, touched it. Like, oh wait, man, two barrel, and it almost spun and hit the wall if I wanted to. But
That's the
No.
thing, though. Your
Yeah,
whole
it's funny,
brand
it's
is
funny
kind of.
how you refer to this as an addiction, and it truly is.
Your whole brand is the modern stuff, anyway.
it is, and you're right. And when I
And
was
you
working
can put a set
for
of cutouts on the modern stuff and go piss off that Karen, and when she calls the cops on you, you just hit the button and I don't know what to talk about, officer. This car is not that loud. Listen.
you're 100% right, and this is where my heart lies, but I know where my business needs to go.
Mhm.
Right. And I've as I told my wife, and I know it's almost midnight here. I put my dick on the table this year and got a booth at SEMA. So going to SEMA to me is like the put up or shut up is what's happening.
Pretty much, yeah.
I either go there and something happens, or, well, you'll see me back at some company doing some random crap again because whatever.
And-
but
Lightning doesn't
not-
always strike twice, you know.
Well, and
Right.
Grab
when
it.
the day comes that you get your Terminator back or its replacement, I know a guy doesn't live too far away from you that can build you one badass engine.
I'm just saying.
That's just a shameless fucking plug. We'll call it what it was.
Tony's Garage, everybody. Tony's Garage, absolutely 100% with you. And now it's just one of those. I grew up in the back of these. Like,
Yeah.
I rode in a Hemi Dart GTS that I think I may have pooped on the seat as a kid. Like, literally, there may be a nugget rolling around somewhere in that seat nobody found yet. Because when he opened that mother up, like, people can say whatever horsepower they want. They can, oh, well, the dyno says, I don't care what anyone says. The butt dyno told me that's the baddest bitch I ever rode in my life. And it got in my blood, and here we are.
I hope you
I
go
know
to
that
SEMA.
feeling.
I hope you go to SEMA and end up selling millions of those things.
I
Because there are
appreciate
millions
that.
of those cars out there. Just so after SEMA, when you're on the live, we say, hey, you just sold 5 million units. You're coming to No Name Nationals, damn it. You can take a
Fucking
break.
Dean. What Dean said.
Ted Nugget.
You guys want to
Big
see
great white buffalo.
I agree with you, Dust Devil. Thank you so much for that. That's
You
huge
have
to me.
you have a friend like Jed.
Oh yeah,
Let me show you something, because he sends you stuff like this.
What's her name? I'm sorry. Oh, it's midnight. Oh, I had a Oh my god, I had a Magnum primer.
79.
Oh, my primer
Look at that.
Same
That's
year, same
badass.
everything. It was all primer, same wheels, but not black. They were like the shitty freaking AutoZone sprayed silver.
He's always doing this to me. I am so
Oh.
lucky I don't have stupid YouTube money, because I wouldn't have it, because Jed would spend it all for me.
That's beautiful.
I would love to have that car.
Let's
Yep.
see.
That's
Five
driving
grand.
a couch, man. People talk about Cadillacs and Lincolns and the big Fords and the whatever. No, you drive one of the Magnums for a week and tell me you're not like everything else sucks, because you're turning the steering wheel with your finger. The power steering in those is like nothing I've ever felt. It's just
Well,
okay. I'm good.
I always
No,
wanted.
Chrysler
most
power
of the
steering.
Chrysler,
Turn them with
Yeah.
your little finger.
Yep, I was just gonna say, back in the 50s and 60s, that was the advertisements turning with a little finger, and it was a small woman
Mhm.
doing it.
That's
You know, I
That
always
was
63-440 of
the
mine.
sales advertisements back
Same
then.
way.
I actually have a lot of that old advertisement stuff, the paperwork and posters, and I've
Did
got
you
a
guys
bunch.
need a drink? I'm going to the fridge. You want something? You
no, I'm good.
good?
Since is.
Yeah, I
My
need
son was just talking to
fridge
me
too.
today. He's like, you know what we need to get me is a older car. He said a truck. He goes, but just make the interior like a couch. And it just dawned on me because I always wanted to build a Cordoba.
Cordoba.
I got to find him a Cordoba and build a badass, wicked, gnarly Cordoba and leave the interior just all plush.
The one that always got me though was the Thunderbirds. The back seat in a Thunderbird. That was a diner booth.
Well, that's the whole thing. Well, it
They'd
depends
wrap
on what Thunderbird you're
around.
talking about. What I like is the 70s Thunderbirds with the long nose, like the Cordoba.
The Big Bird, yep.
Yeah, and the Monte Carlos and Grand Prix of that year where they had. I love that body style with the great big nose on it. You know, the hood that's you can land aircraft on it, but then the back they cut it real short on all of
Yeah.
those cars.
So you're talking about the rich Corinthian leather.
Yes. But I gotta show my son a Cordoba and be like, this is what we need to find you because you want it to be like a couch, and then we make the rest of the car badass.
Well, and do yourself a favor, climb up on the hood, stand in. So I won some friends in high school having a Cordoba, or actually the Magnum, the Primer Magnum I had first, but I ended up with a Cordoba after that. The Primer Magnum I had in school, I don't know if anybody else was a Mopar fan and crazy at 15, 16, 14, 13, whatever year you want to call it. I had friends, Chevy boys versus Dodge boys versus Ford boys, right? So I was the Dodge guy or Mopar guy, and they're like, oh, my car, my car, my car. I go, okay, do this. And I climbed up in the middle of the hood with 2 feet, stood in the middle of the hood and jumped up and down. I was 180 pounds. I jumped up and down on the middle of that hood and jumped off the car, and there was no dent. I said, do that on your Chevy. Do that on your Ford. Uh-huh. They wouldn't do it. I was like, well, what's built better then? Never mind.
Do you guys remember the movie The Crow, the first one?
Oh yeah.
Love that. Oh,
The
before
guy-
he got
the
shot?
guy
Before he
T-Bird?
actually got shot? Yeah.
The guy T-Bird, his car, that Thunderbird with the long front nose and the blower.
Fire it up. Fire it.
That is what I want to build, but using the Cordoba because I'm a Mopar guy. But I want to get something like that and then have a big blower sticking out of the fucking hood.
Oh, that's brilliant.
And
Yep.
but the inside being all plush like my son wants it. We can take it to the drag strip, take it anywhere, just have fun with it.
That's brilliant. That is brilliant. Well, I have to bring back something. You were talking earlier, Tony, about Uncle Tony and Casper Racing.
Right.
And I noticed one of the biggest thing with Uncle Tony's car is that he put super stock springs on it.
Yeah.
Because
No,
when
he
that thing he didn't?
There's no.
No.
What there were not
Yeah.
stock springs because that thing hooked and cooked.
What he did.
Suspension work was done.
Yes.
You know what?
Suspension
You know what he
work
did
was
to that car? He has one air shock on one side. You put
And he's
more
banded
pressure
it.
on that one side where it tries to lift that. That's what the super stock springs do. The super stock springs, I did a video on it. If you look at the way they're built, it's made to keep this side down and actually the springs fan out on this side and
Right.
raise this side up to keep everything level. Well, what he does is he puts an air shock on this side and he can actually control that with the air pressure in the air shock.
And he added a bunch of bands,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Ah.
He
Yeah.
clamped
and he's
the
got them
release
clamped
switch to get
down
the-
solid.
Okay, I was making sure I wasn't the only one that saw that because this has actual super stock springs on it, and that's the
Right.
only reason I even have a clue what the hell a super stock spring is.
The thing is, with super
Right,
stock
well, you-
springs, you'll know a Mopar with super stock springs because if you watch them launch, the whole ass end of the car comes up.
That is
And that's what it's made to do. The ass end of the car comes up, the ass and the front end of it. It's like
Right.
I love the way it looks. I hope mine does that.
oh yeah.
They
And
wind
actually,
up like a
I have an
slingshot.
example. I have an example of what you're saying. Let's play this YouTube fun, learn, share, StreamYard thing. And I hope I'm not ruining your live there, Tony.
You're fine.
But what he's
I have an
done is
example.
kind of the poor man's way of getting super stock springs.
Right.
And that's one of the things I always liked about Tony too. I'm sorry, I'll keep saying it. He's one of the first people that I found that when he came out saying, "No, you don't need to buy all these parts. You don't need to buy all this new stuff. There's ways to go fast and do it this way. Look, you know." Now some of his stuff may go a little overboard with me. It's like I'm not going to reuse bearings when I rebuild a motor. I'm sorry, I'm not going to do that.
Right.
But
Yeah.
the fact that it's not somebody trying to sell shit, you know, and showing people real world ways that you don't have to buy, you don't have to spend $100,000 on a car.
Agreed.
Switching pistons. I
Yeah.
understand the
I
principle
still
of it,
say there's more to flipping the pistons than what
but I
anybody
don't.
talks
I
about.
won't do it.
No, I won't either. All right, let's see. So we talked about the way the springs react. I have a little, if Tony's cool with me doing this. So here is, and I barely touch it. I don't know, maybe 2 barrels, but you'll see if you watch the back end of the car is exactly what you're saying.
Oh, that's the Karen video.
Yeah.
And see how it picks the front just like that. Gets that weight to shift back on a solid
Yep.
as it comes.
You saw, yeah, how I wanted to pick up the back end and push the tires to the ground. It's
Yep.
this.
Yeah. And when
Which-
at the same time the front end's coming up
Yeah,
and
watch the
transferring all
front,
that
too.
weight and it all hits at the same time. And that's
And
when
it's-
you,
Yeet.
yeah.
Well, that's where if I ended up, because it has a 4,800 stall, I imagine if I hit the trans brake and hit that thing at 4,800 and let off, I almost guarantee either I'm doing a little bitty wheelie, but either way, I'll tell you, my helmet would have slammed through the back of this car like nobody's business.
I almost bet that car has slant 6 torsion bars on the front or smaller.
I'll have to check.
And do you have 90-10 drag shocks on it?
Yep.
Okay. The other thing you can do with a Mopar, honestly, the cheapest way to do that is to just buy the cheapest pair of shocks you can and drill them out to where there's nothing. You can. The only reason they're on there is because they got to be there for tech.
Bump stock too.
Yeah. Yeah. Put
Now,
bump
if you
stop.
do
Yeah.
that
Put
to a
straps
Chevy-
on and let them.
If you do that to a Chevy or a Ford, when you
Wheel
hit
hop.
a bump, it'll bounce. The whole car
Mhm.
will bounce. Torsion bars don't bounce like that because they don't work like that. They lift up and then settle back down just like a 90-10 drag shock.
Oh yeah. No,
And
it's
the whole way the Ford reacts, they're totally different.
now a 4-link and a Ford, which most of the Mustangs from like the LX period, oh my God. Those things will hook and cook. That's why they're like, I watch videos all the time with one of my Ford buddies. He's Mopar, Ford, everything, whatever. But he has a car that's on my channel.
The 91 Mustang LX channel. I like his channel.
Yeah. And I'll tell you, seeing what he's gone through from stock to 11s to 10s to 9s, those things are built to hook, man. They're just built to hook. Performance to 6 horsepower, broken
But they
pistons,
kind of
rubber.
squat and go.
Yeah, no, they squat. They
Yeah.
they try to push down where the old school Mopars
Up.
would do what the big horsepower cars are now, where they actually put actually like Cletus's new vet cart suspension is pounding like what these naturally
Right.
do.
4-link is I don't think I ever want to go 4-link just because if you don't know how to adjust it,
You're gonna
you
break
got to do a
things.
whole lot of learning, and it's just like nah.
It's actually a pretty quick learning curve, but I think it's unnecessary on a Mopar.
That
It
and
is.
I'm sorry, but you could tell a difference in the way a ladder bar car leaves the line.
Right.
They are just fucking violent when they leave the line, and I love the way that looks.
Yeah.
Like you go to was it Finnegan's Garage? He's got that yellow Firebird.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
That's a ladder bar car. I love
Yep.
watching that car run because it's just violent.
Be right back.
Explosion when it leaves.
I
Well,
have
look at
set
the
up more
early
than a couple of
Impalas.
4-link systems, and I like them, but I don't believe it's necessary on a Mopar to get it to hook.
Look at the early Impalas and the bigger cars, the Chevys. Those were
Right.
4-link too,
Yeah.
but they had the hourglass frames in them. So the
Yeah.
rear
Yeah.
end had locked solid, but that frame, that whole car would twist when
Yeah.
they would take off. Wind up like a clock.
Yep.
I gotta
They
find it.
did.
Because of that, that rear end ain't moving.
Well, and then the 3-link was real popular on the old
Yeah.
the Chevy trucks, and that was actually a good setup.
I'm actually thinking about doing a reverse 3, kind of like they do on the S10s,
Oh yeah.
where you take your
On
top
what?
link, a Y bar to the
Right.
top of the rear end, and running it off a steel plate off my rear frame rails.
What car are you wanting to do that on?
That 58,
Oh, nice.
instead of doing ladders, lock down the top of the rear end that way.
Right. That's actually a really good idea.
Put the weight in the back where it needs to be.
Uh-huh. Well, and that's a fairly heavy car. Anyway, what's that car weigh with that big block in it?
The car curb weight's at just over 3,000. And the Y blocks are heavy.
Yeah, they are.
I'm only adding about 200 engine weight.
That's lighter than I thought it would be then.
Yeah, that's why I chose it. I'm building a 300 for this, not the Fairlane.
Oh,
It's the small one.
yeah. What's that Fairlane weigh?
34.
Yeah.
Everybody says, "Oh, those big old cars of the 50s. They're light." And they're small.
Larger 6-quart oil pan on my 350 small block Chevy. I assumed that I would need a different dipstick. Maybe that's not the case. Based on what I read online, can anyone confirm this? Yes, I can confirm this. When you put a higher capacity oil pan on the engine, it doesn't matter. It's deeper. That's why it holds more oil. It's either deeper or larger. The dipstick shows you the oil level in relation to the crankshaft throws. On a small block Chevy, the dipstick mounts to the block. So put whatever pan you want on it and go by what the factory dipstick tells you. The only time you would need to change the dipstick is if you use some sort of pan. Yeah, maybe like what I got on this big block here, where the dipstick actually mounts to the oil pan.
Oil pan. And try not to use those because they always leak.
Mm-hmm.
Unless
Or
you
pressure
spend a bunch
comes
of
and
money
shoves
on
them
it,
out.
like I did mine.
Oh, I like this. What do we got going?
This is a friend of mine. I'm trying. I need to get in touch with him because he lives closer than I do to Sykeston. He's got a channel with like 200 viewers. But
Oh,
watch
let's
this
share him
clip.
out.
No problem at all, Mike.
Yeah, Mike, your non-Mopar question is more than welcome here.
Yeah, buddy.
We all love cars. Oh, my Lanta.
Wow. Waving to the crowd.
Waving to this guardrail. Holy shit.
Oh,
And
That's
he,
the
and
only
he
reason
kept
he
it.
let
It looks
out.
like he kept it together.
oh.
You still, you talk to him to this day about that run, and he's like, "Man, what would have happened if I just stayed in it?" The
His
thing
pants
is,
would have
he
filled the
calls that-
rest of the way with poop.
He calls that the Missouri. The name of that. That's the Missouri farm truck.
Damn. I like
He's
it.
had that car longer than the other farm truck has even existed. He bought
No
that.
kidding.
He bought that car to haul dune buggies around with. He bought that truck to haul dune buggies around with, and started building on it. And the first time he took it to the track, he had a bunch of junk in the bed, and he launched, and all the junk flew out. And the announcer said, "Hey, clean that bed out, farm truck." And he's had the name longer than the farm truck that you see on TV. You get that guy out there at No Name, he would set the crowd on their heads doing that shit.
Oh, that was the thing I had talked to John and Dallas about, which I hope Dallas is okay. I haven't heard from him in a while, but
I haven't heard from him either.
I've seen him.
I wanted
comment
to
on
have
some
him.
lives.
What's that?
I've seen him comment on some lives. It sounds like he's
Yeah,
doing better.
that's all I've seen of him.
He's had health issues. He actually had health issues when we did No Name Nationals last year, but that's between us. No, I had talked to them about an exhibition because Ryan from Streetcar Chronicles has a buddy who has a wheelie truck that is on his channel, but he thought about having him come out and do exhibitions. And I think something like that, the amount of fun that we had last year can only be ramped up by just small. You don't need to
You
change all that. Don't change
Yeah.
it a lot. You change a lot, you'll wreck it. It's like mixing a stew and putting too much freaking flour in the mix.
But
you don't
the
want it
thing
too
is,
thick.
Here's my thing. Here's my thing. Okay, yeah, you want to bring this guy in to do exhibitions, and it would be cool as shit. But you know what? Make him do a YouTube channel and get 500 subs, and then he come out and do all
Yep.
the exhibitions.
Agreed. Agree 100%.
That keeps within the spirit of the whole thing. You know,
Right.
Yeah.
because I'm sorry, I don't care what Wilburn says. If it keeps going like this, and this is only the second year,
There's no
what is
stopping it.
the fifth one going to be like?
There's no
Right.
stopping it.
You know, this is going to put duct tape drags in the goddamn. They know people are going to be like, duct tape what?
Well,
We're going to Missouri.
I've been to both. Okay.
I'd like to go to both.
I prior to that, I've done duct tape drags without racing, but just as a spectator. I did it for 2 years prior to going to No Name Nationals, and they both have their place. They are not in the same realm. They're not in. It's okay. It's watching HBO or football.
Yeah.
Okay, where you can't talk to the player because he's over on the side, and you can't have interaction. To where I know everybody who's here personally, and we can help each other as as we network and learn each other and help each other, and we have the passion of vehicles and this thing everyone wants to take away from us. And we're out here to have a damn good time, and I don't give a shit what anybody thinks. That's No Name Nationals, and that is the spirit that will catapult that as big as it needs to be. It doesn't need. It's not going to be welcomed by everyone, and that's the point of it.
Exactly.
The thing is, what's going to happen? I'm almost 100% sure, and you guys can mark me down. Go back to this in 5 years. It's going to get big enough that there's going to be one or two big name channels. Say, hey, I want to go. It looks like everybody's having fun. I want to go. I want to sell merch. I want to go. Once that happens, it's going to fuck it. Well, no, it's not over. I don't think it's over. I think as long as John and I trust John Wilburn to be a man of his word. As long as a big channel doesn't come in and start asking for special treatment and get it, you can have all the channels there. Yeah,
he won't let that happen.
He'll let that happen. The thing is,
and we had big channels there. You know, Unity.
Nice channels there.
Yeah.
Unity Jet was there. Jet's 25,000 subscriber channel.
Yeah, Jet.
You know,
I was going to say, what's your word big? Because I mean, if Cletus McFarland showed up, the whole shit's over.
That. You're not going to have that. He's got his own. See, that's the thing. You're not going to have Cletus McFarland there.
No.
You're not going to have Vice Grip Garage there. Do you ever watch the Street Racing channel?
Oh, yeah.
With Billy and the old man?
Oh, I could see them
go up.
I could see them guys being part of it.
And imagine the amount of people that they would bring with them. And that would be good for everybody.
However, Brian, you're not going to not see channels like Cletus McFarland or Derek Vice Grip Garage because they're not welcome there.
No, it's never that. They got their own thing that they do. Cletus has got his own goddamn track.
Right.
He doesn't need to go anywhere.
And that's the reason. You know, I just don't want people thinking that they're not welcome because they are.
There's some people in the community that we need to keep it all small channels. I don't believe in that.
I don't believe that either. If for some reason Cletus McFarland or Derek wanted to come, hell yeah, we'd love to have him there.
Now the thing is though, and then people are going to realize that even when Derek goes to Duct Tape Drags, he plays second fiddle to Finnegan and Freiberger.
Right.
And there may be more cars right now going to Duct Tape Drags. But you've got more entertainers and people who are wanting to put on a show for people at No Name Nationals because we are entertainers. That's what we do.
Well, I'll tell you
what we do is to entertain people.
My perspective is you have guys who put their own money 100% on the line for No Name Nationals.
Exactly.
Duct Tape Drags and all the other events, when you get the bigger YouTubers, you have full sponsored cars where they may have touched it with a wrench to adjust the timing, but they didn't. You know what I mean? I don't want the commercialization.
Right.
And I know having talked to John last year when I was trying to become a sponsor of No Name Nationals, he's like, I'm not letting anyone in. You need to understand what we're doing. And I tried to explain. I get it. And after an hour conversation, he goes, you get it? Yes, I do. I grew up on a farm. We didn't have a whole lot of stuff. I could help anybody with a piece of baling wire and a roll of duct tape fix anything, damn near. Trust me. And there is a lost art of that, because when you start bringing in commercial stuff, then everything Coke and Pepsi want to come in, and the trailer sales and all the other things that people want to, it becomes not fun for
I don't think
people who are doing it, right? They won't. No, he won't. And there's so many people so mad at him. I give him hold on. hats off to you, John, because man, him holding the line as hard as he had or has is the only reason that's possible. And we need to thank him huge for that.
Big
Yep.
time.
And I'm saying there's people who hate him. I get it. And go ahead, hate him. Do what you want. Because he's giving people who would not have the opportunity, the opportunity. Truly.
Mhm.
You mean to tell me if Pole Barn Garage this year, who's bigger than he was last year, he was on like lots of different things, showed up with his followers, that they wouldn't take over the whole event? If
Well,
Cletus,
Not
they
that kind
couldn't.
of event.
I don't think Pole Barn necessarily, but like I'm just saying, like even one step farther, whether 500,000 or a million subs, somebody comes in like that, the rest of us might as well not be there.
Nah, I don't think that's true. Because that guy can only be on the track for a certain amount of time.
I get it.
Exactly.
Got the same amount of time, and all his people can only stand over there at his trailer for a certain amount of time. It's 2 days. They're going to look at everybody else's stuff. They're going to be like, oh, this guy's got a YouTube channel. Oh, this guy, everybody here's got a YouTube channel. You go to Duct Tape Drags, you see the coolest car on the fucking planet. Well, how did that car get built? I don't know. That guy didn't even have a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
You know nothing about it. You see that cool car run down the track a couple of times, and that's it. That's all you ever know about it. At our event, it's going to be like, it's like, oh, he's got a whole build series on that car. Oh shit, he's got 2 cars he's built before that. Oh
And
my
the
god, I
track
could watch this guy for hours.
is secondary. You know, it's not about the racetrack. It's about everything that goes on in the pits, everything that goes on when the sun goes down, the burnout, the monkey bike, Lamberts. You know,
Yeah. Everything
it's
about
the
it.
networking and the true car community of guys who kick their own ass to get there, to do things, all getting together and go, I kicked my ass. And they're like, I did too. And you're like,
Yeah.
well, I did this. Well, I did this. Well, and there's bonds that are made that are deeper than what any of the big stuff is going to be.
And the
Absolutely.
other thing, how many of those how many people, okay, those big time guys are going to bring people. And yeah, at first they're going to want to see them and hang out with them. But then they're going to be like Don English. On their trip home, they're like, damn, I should just start a YouTube channel. I can come back to this every year and hang out with these people. And then they're going to look and okay, I've subscribed to all these channels and No Name Nationals. What's going on? What's going on? January's going to roll around. Time to announce. Oh, well, shit, there's a whole show before the show.
this goes on all
It
year.
goes on for 9 months before the show. What the hell? I've got all these channels, and that's all they're talking about is building their cars to go to this one race. Oh my God! There's Duct Tape Drags. They do a little blurb about it a month before, and that's all you hear about it until the day of the race. Our race, they got 9 months of content to watch.
Power
So
Force, same thing.
If there was one thing that I could say, being I trust me, I may pop out of behind the stands and be there at No Name Nationals this year. I will not guarantee anything
I'll have him
to anyone.
I'll tie you and drag you down here.
I'm just saying, I would love to go, but I can't commit like I did last year.
I'll fucking win the lottery and buy 5 million of your little pieces of metal.
Hey, trust me, if I get there, all I want's a microphone. I'm kidding, but no,
That's the thing though, because you're part of the community. John wouldn't think twice about handing you a microphone.
well,
You know what I mean? It doesn't matter.
yeah. No. At the end of the day, last year was such a exploratory, amazing event. There's nothing to me that will beat it, and I have an idea. Let's see. I mean, I will definitely watch everybody's video on everything that has to do with it if I am not able to attend. If I'm not able to attend, but I have an idea. I would just want to I'm throwing out in the pond that doesn't even matter. John's not here, Dallas, whatever. We're just talking, right? What if we had, say, Pole Barn, say whoever becomes the next bigger YouTuber. All right, well, we're calling you out. We, being all of No Name Nationals, calls out one big YouTuber. You against us. See who wins.
Yeah.
You would
Challenge
get
them
all
to a
the
build-off.
people, as you were saying, that would come for them, that would come and see what is everybody else bringing to the table, because who knows who's going to win. But it would be the buildup like it was going to be with Casper and Uncle Tony that didn't happen.
Right.
It's going to be at No Name Nationals, which to me, I'm very happy it didn't.
Yeah. I would
have liked to see it, but I'm glad the
either
drama
way.
wasn't there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd feel the same way either way if Tony would have showed up or not. Like I said, I like Tony. For some reason, I think he thinks I'm one of his trolls, and I'm not.
Oh, what?
You know, I'll when he does something right, I'll sing his praises, like I did earlier tonight about this last video he put out. It was fucking amazing. But I would like for him to show up, just because he's another YouTuber.
I don't.
Yeah, he would bring a few more people in, but we brought a lot of people in. People don't understand that. It doesn't look.
Yeah.
It didn't look like it from the stands.
Right.
We brought a
Because
lot of
everybody
people.
was in the pit.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody was in the pits wanting to see their favorite YouTubers and meet new ones.
Yep.
I didn't think
And we have
anybody there would
events
know
that we
who the
can
hell I
do
was.
I
ourselves.
didn't think anybody would either.
You know,
I had
that don't
people-
even
I
happen
had
at the
people, Hey
track.
Brian, where's the car? Oh shit! You know, I thought it was only going to be me upset that I didn't bring the car last year. It wasn't. It was other people. Like, goddamn, I almost. If it wouldn't have been me missing out on 5 hours of it, I almost rented a fucking U-Haul trailer and went up and got the car.
What was that,
Not
Rose?
for
You were saying something?
this year, but for next year, I've already got it in motion. I want to challenge jack stands and cinder blocks to $1,000 build off, and we'll start it on January of next year. You got
That's
$1,000 budget. Here you go, build a car, and then get that
That's
to
awesome.
there. So it goes all year round, and then at the end we'll present a trophy with ourselves. You know.
Good night, Mike.
Have a good night.
And we can do stuff like that. And then it just happens, you know, at the Super Bowl, the No Name Nationals.
Yeah. That's the one thing that I think we're missing a little bit this year that we didn't have last year. There was a little bit more call-out drama last year. More people were calling people out, or maybe I'm just not watching the right channels, because it's impossible to watch all of them now.
It is.
It's absolutely impossible. I just got to
Especially
stick
when
with
you're busy.
Ballpark, guys.
My
And
bell
barrels.
rings all the time.
Oh man.
Yep. It never quits.
I'll tell you, my kid has a volleyball tournament this weekend, and my wife has to get up every day with her and take her. Otherwise, I wouldn't be on this. So I wouldn't even know what you guys know, because yeah, things are tornado right now. But
Oh, I just can't wait. What the hell is that?
still, at the end of the day, it's amazing.
Oh.
I don't know. Tony and I and my buddy Brian sat there at the table with the rolls getting thrown. Some poor kid behind us got hit in the head from Jeff.
That was awesome.
But we sat and talked for what, an hour while we're eating? It was awesome.
Easy. Yeah. Easy.
Well, I told you my story of Lambert's, didn't I? I go walking in, and my dad and my wife and my brother all sat down at a table. I didn't even get to sit down. And Mopar Al walked up to me, and we just started talking.
Yep.
And then Mopar Al was like, oh, I'm going to go smoke a cigarette. I'm like, oh, okay. I went outside and was talking with him and other people coming up. Tony came walking up. People just kept coming walking up and talking. And my wife was out there, and my dad sent her a text say, "Hey, the food's here." She goes, "I'm going to go in." I go, "Okay, I'll be in a minute." By the time I made it back in, they were already closing up. I had to get my meal in a doggy bag,
Oh shit!
take it to the track, and heat it back up on my grill just because I was having too much fun talking to everybody. You ain't going to get that at duct tape.
That is the point right there. That's the point.
Because it's like all year long, this is the only way we communicate with each other is through a screen.
Right.
And there, it's face to face. It's like, oh my God, you're actually a real person. What the fuck?
Well, the fun thing is too is last year for me, a lot because I sit here with I have the camera way up here, and everybody's like, "Oh, he's little," and then Jeff from Two Hacks always has the camera down where he looks like he's a big guy. He met me and goes, "What the hell?" I'm like, "What the hell? I thought you were taller." You know the old thing. I thought you were taller.
I thought
He's
you'd
like,
be
"Oh."
bigger.
He's like, "What the fuck? How the hell are you that big?" I'm like, "Oh."
I lucked out. I met Jeff.
It's fine.
I knew exactly how Jeff was. I met him. It was actually before he even hit his 500. I met him at Indy. And I was like, "You're a Ford guy. You're building a Ford." He's like, "No." And he explained all this shit, Mr. Norm shit to me and everything. I'm like, "Oh, okay."
He's a secret Mopar guy, but he has other reasons. He's I gotta say, probably one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Jeff is
especially
so cool.
with
He's a good guy.
just how he does things, and he's cool. He's pushing things in an odd direction from everyone else, is what I would say.
And it's cool to watch.
He does a good job.
Yeah.
Oh, I knew from the first video he made, I was like, "Oh man, this guy's going to be big." I don't have that kind of presence.
And he just
You
keeps
know,
growing
it's
and
like-
growing and growing and growing.
Oh, he will.
That's the other thing. This guy from Boosted Behavior, he is a wild man. He's jumping around, and oh man, he's great. I'm like, "Yeah, I want you there."
That's the
Yeah.
energy. Yeah, bring
Yeah, I
it.
can waddle around. Fuck, I'm too old to have that kind of energy.
I bet I was born loud. That's the only reason I was there. Like, I got people that'll listen to me, and I'll be loud.
Yeah.
That's just, oh man, like I've said before, I've done a lot of shit in my life.
Mhm.
A lot. And I've been good at a lot of shit.
Right.
That this YouTube thing and this car thing is the only thing I've ever seen acknowledgement from. And it's like, wow. And then the No Name Nationals, just the accumulation of all the YouTube shit for the year. You know, it's just, fuck. You walk around and you feel like a goddamn rock star.
Well, that was.
And I only got 800 subscribers.
Does it matter?
No.
Not a bit.
Nope.
I could go in any fucking live and say hi and chat, and people know who I am. It's like, what the fuck? Never had that any time in my entire life.
Yep.
Well, that's before my wife went to bed. I was like, when she goes to bed, I said, "Hey, when you go to bed, I'm going live." She says, "What?" I go, "I'm going to get out and hang with my friends. I need to talk to people."
Mm-hmm.
I don't have like local friend. I got family and things and stuff going on nonstop. So there really isn't time for me to have a bunch of friends that are guys who remotely like a car, let alone, have similar views or have been to something. So I was like, "Hon, I'm going to go live." And well, I saw Tony's and I was like, "Shit, I can't do what I did last time. That was a little too late. I had a little too many." But it was fun. But I had fun.
Yeah, it is getting late.
Yeah, I'm actually going to have to, maybe not right now, but I'm going to have to knock off later before, because last weekend, that was a hell of a story. I was up till 4:30 in the morning, didn't get to bed till 5:30 in the morning, woke up at 9 to take my old man piss, and glanced down at my phone. And Dennis from Twisted Metal was like, "Hey, I'm going to the track today. You want to go?" Like, I guess. So I had like 3 hours of sleep.
Wow.
At the track all day, and then came home, and I was like, "Oh, let me mess around." Yeah, I was talking to you last week about Clip Champ. I've actually got that where I did that video for Dennis. I did on Clip Champ, and I actually like it. So I'm
I
like,
hate
I was
that
sitting
thing,
there
but
playing. I was sitting there playing with it, and it was like, "Oh, what time is it? 1 a.m." Jesus. I finally passed out, and my whole Sunday was ruined. But oh well.
well, hey Tony,
So,
I appreciate you, brother. I got to rock and roll. I appreciate hanging out with all you guys, everyone in the chat. I hope blessings for all you. And man, I'm telling you, No Name National is going to be fun. I pray I
yes.
could be there, but we'll see.
You'll be
And
there.
yeah, well, let's just keep watching each other grow and have a great time. But I got to get to bed because
Yeah, I'm gonna
late.
jump off too.
Me
Yeah.
too.
It's time.
See you guys. Appreciate you, brothers.
Appreciate
Later.
y'all being here.
See y'all
Great thing,
later.
guys.
See y'all next week.